Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. It's Ace Attorney time once again. It's Sunday, and you know what that means. It means it's time to listen to Phoenix Wright talk about his life. A bunch. About what happened 7 years ago. We're about to find out the backstory, the very interesting, the deep lore of Phoenix Wright, post-Phoenix Wright trilogy, which is very exciting. Let me get some of these redeems turned on before I forget, because I will forget, and I don't want to. So let me get that done real quick. I hope you guys are doing well. It's Sunday. I hope that you're having a comfy Sunday. I hope you're having a chill time wherever you're at, and I hope you're going to enjoy hanging out with us as we try to get wrongfully accused people off the hook. I guess it's not off the hook if they're actually innocent. Is it still off the hook? Are they still on the hook? I guess they are.
I think they're still on the hook.
Yeah, we got to get them off the hook. All right. I had to say the hook there because I know Marin would immediately.
Huh? What?
Nothing.
If not Marin, I was going to do it.
Thank you, Azalmagia, for pre-bonking Marin there.
I didn't do anything. I was talking to people about something very intimate and personal.
Marin has been
I
bonked.
was being a good friend.
Marin has been
apologize.
bonked for thought crimes.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't even have the thought. I wasn't even listening. Oh, and Martin gets a head pat, but I get a head bonk.
It's Minority Report. That's how this works. It's pre-crimes.
Yeah. Look, even Jesus is sympathizing with me.
Oh, Jesus is sympathetic. That's a rare
Wow.
occasion. Shout out to RN
Right?
Jesus VTuber in the chat. The Jesus VTuber.
Thanks for seeing the truth, as always, my man.
Thank you for the...
And I feel Jesus in this Chili's tonight.
Thank you for the hydrate
I'd like
command,
to
Tutush.
thank my cats, and I'd like to thank God.
All right, so real quickly, let me. First of all, I'm Martin Little Karibo. I'm your host for today. I'm not on Facecam today because I decided I want to be a Karibo today.
It's
But
Karibo Day.
it's Karibo Day. Let's thank people for following. There's been quite a few people following in the last 7 hours. I'm not sure why, but Tomo Neko, thank you for the follow. Mobius Yu-Gi-Oh, thank you for the follow. Is that like Sonic the Hedgehog playing card games? I think this is WIQQQP. Thank you for the follow. Apollo Justice. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you
Justice.
for the Apollo.
Reggie33. Okay, have you thought about adding the Apollo spikes on the hat? Oh my gosh, I should. In fact, it's very tempting to do that right now, but I feel like that would take a while. Choristos. For next time, I'll try and remember. Choristos, thank you for the follow. Voltage123, thank you for the follow. Lovely Lanta, thank you for the follow. That's a lovely name. Dark Elemist, thank you for the follow. Zero17, thank you for the follow. Waki is indeed being a difficult client, Dark Jade. Waki, honestly, I feel like half the Ace Attorney cases would be infinitely easier if the clients weren't as wild and uncontrollable as they are. White Tigress Dragon, thank you for the follow. That's a great name. Dragon Monarch Drax. Speaking of, he's trying to one-up White Tigress Dragon there. Dragon Monarch Drax, thank you for the follow. The Azalmagia, here we are. Thank you for the 5 bits with the recap, the much-needed recap, because I always forget what happened last time. Last time in Apollo Justice, Little Lawyer, Apollo learned that Alita might be kind of shady. We also helped Emma do her job and showed Phoenix some underwear. And now, the thrilling conclusion. Yes, the meat of last time's stream was basically checking people's footprints and learning how to spray fingerprint stuff and well, I guess it was the foot stuff. It was the cement or whatever it is.
Yeah, it was mostly feet pics, I think.
Feet pics, yeah. But then we went to the Palmeractis Clinic.
Yes.
And we investigated inside where we found we got a mic going. Thank you so much for getting a My Who going classic G78 there. Classic. But we also went to the Palmeractis Clinic and we investigated. We found a slipper that looked remarkably like something Alita might wear, who is Waki's beloved. I don't know, the
fiance, I think.
Fiance, that's right. They are promised to one another. And is she from another family, like a rival family? Did I imagine that?
I don't think she's from a
No.
rival family.
No.
She's just someone. We do have
Yeah.
a VOD channel on YouTube. Here we go. Let me put exclamation mark VOD, I believe.
Didn't
there
they
you
say
go.
she worked at the clinic?
Oh,
She's a nurse.
forgot
Do I
that.
remember
Ooh-ha.
correctly?
Oh yes, she is because her shoes
Ooh-ha.
were there when we came in.
Well, I don't think that's how we learned that. I thought we.
no, but
We looked because we looked in the safe, and I think we looked at his like
Oh.
medical records, if I
We,
remember
like-
correctly.
we came into the place. There were shoes in the entryway, and a person, quote unquote, was in the clinic, and they ran away when we came in.
Yes.
And her shoes
Oh,
happened to be there.
But then since
And then
you
we
said,
discovered that she was a nurse.
but then since you said the first two things never activated. Oh, hang on. What did you try to activate? There's the hydrate, the bunk Marin. The bunk Marin did activate. I saw it happen.
Yeah.
I'm looking for.
And then there was the Pat Martin and that.
Yeah,
That
as well.
activated.
I triggered that. What did we? Let me know what we missed, Azelmagia. I'll try and hydrate, bunk Marin. Those are the only ones I see. Yeah, I
Did
only.
the hydrate go off?
Yeah, I hydrated. I mean, I can't show you me hydrating, but yes, we went into the Palmaractus clinic and then we found the slipper, and then we also opened a safe that we just mentioned, and there was a bullet hole in the back of the safe. I remember that, so that was
Yes.
interesting. Sorry, Azelmagia. I think it wasn't you that was talking. Sorry, Bedinsis. Maybe I was bad at paying attention. Maybe, I don't know. Me too.
You know, our brains are nothing but meat with some electricity in them. So the fact that we are capable of not only communicating
shocking.
complicated ideas, but also, continuing to live and maintain an entire society is pretty impressive.
Pretty impressed. Oh, Donut Anon. I forgot to thank you for hoo-haing. That's my bad. I completely forgot to thank you for that. Sorry, I got distracted there. Hoo-ha.
Hoo-ha.
I mean, my brain is even worse than that because I'm a Karibo. We have nothing but pure energy on the inside, so I don't even have a
Oh.
full brain.
Pure rainbow energy.
Wow.
Pure rainbow energy.
Meanwhile, Marin and I are supposed to be lawyers.
Yeah.
You guys
I
are the
mean,
ones with the
we're-
brains.
yeah, somewhat.
I mean,
Well, I have a
definitely
can of
meat.
soup for a head.
Yeah, soup brain.
Yeah.
Soup brain.
Soup's brains are floating around, so sometimes they're more in line than others just because, the meat when more meat is in a single part of the soup, that's when more brain activity happens.
You're
Yeah.
talking about human meat a lot today, Marin. Are you Danny DeVito from It's Always Sunny?
The meat.
Human meat.
You got the cravings.
All right, but really quickly, let me finish thanking people for subbing and following. Senmaru, thank you for resubscribing at Tier 1 for 27 months. Holy cow, Senmaru, thank you for the support. Lucrazor, thank you for the follow. And Tentamon07, thank you for the resub for 2 months. What up, Tentamon? What up? All right, but it's not just me, of course. I would be remiss if I didn't introduce my fantastic co-hosts who keep me sane through the proceedings of the game.
Do we?
I had to question it as I was saying it. But thank you, of course, we are joined by, first of all, to my left, the lovely, dashing Marin Miller. Hi, Marin.
Hello, everybody. It is I, Marin Miller, here today with your homosexual update.
Oh, right. I was like, what? Oh, no. Here we go. Gay update. There we go.
There are still homosexuals around. You know what? Fuck
Still?
But where?
You gotta look for them. We're all wearing flag pins now.
Don't tell Jesus that.
What the fuck is my gay update? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna give a little gay update.
Yeah. Oh, you want to talk about the thing that came out?
What?
A show you wrote came out.
The horny show?
Oh, right. That was on Thursday. I already forgot that happened.
You're like, that was a long time ago.
that was like 18 whole work hours ago. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well have been 18 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna talk about my voice, but okay, kakegurui. So yes, the Netflix. All right, so I don't know if y'all remember in like May or June, I was working on Visitors, and then I picked up another show right after, and I said it was the horniest thing I've ever fucking worked on.
You did.
Well, it's Kakegurui Twin, now available on Netflix. The first episode is pretty wild. It features a young girl, they're high schoolers, a young girl strangling another young girl who is wearing a chain leash and referred to as a kitten.
Oh,
Um, and because when they lose a certain amount of money, they become house pets of the student council, and they literally lose human rights.
what?
Is the premise
High
here, and
schools
so
is be like that sometimes.
yeah, and
Uh,
so the boys are dogs and the girls are kittens.
Pollicle dogs
And
and jellicle cats.
yes. So they are led around on chain leashes and blah blah blah. So anyway, Judok has a pet named Mikura, and they like lead around, and then Judok is like, "Oh, you didn't pay your fucking usage fees, you bitch. Oh, we're gonna fucking kick you out of this gambling den." And then they have to like fight to keep the gambling den, and then Judok is like, "Oh, if you fucking lose, I'm gonna kill you and you're gonna like it like this." And then she strangles this bitch, the one on the chain there. And then
Is
she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm really into this."
okay.
And she's like drooling and shit. And it's very like intense and graphic. And then she drops to her knees and like sticks her ass out. It's so fucking like, all right, this is that kind of show. And then at the very end of the show, uh I think, oh yeah, and that was also when so the adaptation of one line was, I'm sorry, the translation of one line was, I want to be of use to you. But this woman is in her head. This is the pet. This young woman is in her head in a fantasy. She's on her knees. She has Juraku's foot in her hand and her tongue out. She is 1 inch away from licking this woman's foot. And you want to be of use? I don't think so. You want to be used. So anyway, I changed that. And then all I've ever wanted to be is used by you. That's the adaptation that I ended up with. And then later on, one of the last lines of the episode, Judok is like, I want to the translation of one line was like, I want to hear her meow. I'm assuming because she wants to turn her into a house pet.
Going into a lot of detail.
Yes, but I'm just like, y'all have to understand what I'm working with. Like,
I mean,
I only turned the horny up maybe 20%.
that's a
Like,
lot
I
for
just
that show.
it is a lot for that show, but also I just feel like you kind of have to. Like, how else are you gonna match
You
this
might as well go all
dream?
in.
You might as
Yeah,
well.
well, also like Japanese as a language, I mean, English as a language has way more vocabulary than a lot of other languages. We have
You're
a
upsetting
greater
Donald
number
Duck
of
in the chat.
good. Donald Duck needs to wear pants. If he wants to get weird about sexual stuff, he needs to put on pants.
Okay.
But uh but yeah, so like in Japanese, a lot of the language, they don't have quite as many words as we do or synonyms as we do. They're very direct. And a lot of times they'll also like they won't even refer to the subjects because like it's rude to say you when talking to someone um in Japanese. So like a lot of these sentences are very sort of, I don't want to say bare bones because that's not like they are expressing the thought fully, or there's a lot of subtext under that thought, but Americans are much more like bombastic and upfront about the way that they say things, and English speakers in general, just because we have more vocabulary to use for it. So anyway, all that being said, that's why that's why
Yes.
I kind of turned it up a little bit, because I feel as though we have the vocabulary there to express, and culturally we are more likely to express those thoughts directly, as opposed to someone who is Japanese who might speak a little more indirectly. Anyway, all that being said, that's a little insight into my fucking job. But yeah, oh yeah, so the one girl was like, I want to hear you meow. So I think I had changed that to, I want to hear her meow like a little kitten, because she wants to turn her into a kitten. Anyway, watch Kakegurui on Netflix. I wrote all 6 episodes
And think
in
of Marin while you
Think
watch
of
it.
Marin.
Think of Me. I threw in the usage of the word goddess just to tickle myself, and I did tickle myself very much. Very fun dialogue. Like some of those lines, I was just like, oh, yes. Oh, if I had an opportunity to say this to someone, I would just feel so badass. Like, and I do like Mary Saotome quite a bit. Kakegurui Twin is the name, and it's on Netflix, all 6 episodes. I wrote it in 1 fucking month, which is very hard.
Yeah,
5
good job.
Yeah, I think I took 1 day off in the whole month. I was exhausted. Anyway, watch it.
I love that this is all being said while Phoenix Wright looks to the side like, no, what?
Phoenix
He's
Wright
pretending not
is
to be interested, but he's very interested.
yeah, Phoenix Wright is like, look, all of these girls are high schoolers, so I know what I can't do.
What?
But damn. Like, and that's but seriously though, isn't it fucking weird that they're all high schoolers?
Yes, it's very weird. Thank you for drawing attention to it.
I'm
Void of
sorry.
Death, thank you for the bit. The meat with electricity is actually the most complex thing humanity is aware of. There are more neurons in a human brain than stars in the observable universe. Also, human meat is nicknamed long pig, I believe it's called, I thought.
Yeah,
But-
long pig, I think.
Yeah, but thank you, Void Adept. Yuki Nami, thank you for the 5 bits. Hey, how are you? I'm feeling much more informed about Kakegurui twin now.
Yeah. But it's basically a sports anime for gambling. Horny gambling.
I was going to say that you can't say it's just sports with gambling because that sounds like there's a lot more going on than that.
Sure. Yeah, I mean it's horny sports.
I feel like the horny kind of over is towering
Not
over every
really.
other element. Okay.
I mean there are several instances and whenever there are several instances where it's played up, and obviously the first episode is going to be very played up, and then there is a scene like near the end where basically one is doming the other.
And
But
now
for
I'm
the-
going to introduce our other co-host, our fantastic frothy what
Frothy.
what things can you say about a soup? I don't know.
If, what I could say is if your soup is frothy, I would not eat that soup.
Oh, don't want frothy soup?
No.
Okay.
You should talk
I
to
mean-
a doc. If your soup is frothy for more than 4 hours, talk to
You
a
should
doctor.
Take it back.
Yeah, you should probably go to the ER for that.
You should go to a soup doctor.
All right. And if you need a soup doctor, they would be the person to call. Welcome to our other fantastic co-host, Soupy. Hi, Soupy.
Hi, hope everybody's doing well. I don't have any exciting horny show updates like Marin
None?
does.
I'm hornier
Not a
than I was
single one.
before.
I guess the one that I have is that I've been rewatching Hannibal.
Oh, that's pretty
That's
horny.
pretty horny. Jinx.
Yeah, that is a horny show update.
So,
I do want to say that like that was my horniest show to date, and it was
Strategy.
And it has
immediately
been
beaten
unseated. What are
immediately
you doing?
by the show that I'm working on right now that has literal sex on television. Yes.
oh, Azel Magia has a good question. Thank you for the 5 bits. Is Eldoon a soup doctor? I guess he was.
I mean, technically, yeah.
yeah.
There's- oh my God, there's witch doctors, soup doctors.
Soup doctors. Love the soup doctor concept. I want to say really quickly before we get in the game, we are also, this is not just a stream where we're playing Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. This is also a prayer circle where we are each of us praying that all of this all of this stuff with HBO Max merging with Discovery will keep Our Flag Means Death alive.
Yes.
Like, we don't want to
Yeah.
lose
Yeah.
Our Flag Means Death. We want season 2,
Yes.
season 3, season 4. We want more seasons. So hopefully we will
Yes.
keep that. Hopefully our press circle will not be in vain.
Also, we're still praying for Ace Attorney 7.
And we're
Yeah.
also praying for that. Yeah, sure.
What's Tokyo Game Show this year?
I think isn't it usually October?
Let's Google it.
I thought it was usually September.
Yeah, it's usually
Somewhere
around
winter.
there.
September 15th to September 18th.
Okay,
September 15th to
mid-September.
So, and just another, 3-4 day period for me to put on my clown makeup and hope.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm so glad that I have a reason to use up my clown makeup.
Yeah, every
It just-
year,
We
every
bought so
September.
much of it.
It just sits there, I hate not
Yeah.
using my stuff.
Not just every September, but every time there's like a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, anytime
Every
somebody-
E3.
every time Nintendo or Capcom sneezes, I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Verdegree says Sandman is out. Ah, yes, the Netflix Neil
Oh.
Gaiman adaptation. There's a character who is the personification of desire. Well, if they don't look like Miles Edgeworth, then what are they even doing?
Yeah.
I need to run away for 2 seconds.
Oh,
Gotta pee.
I was
I'll be
about to start, but
Okay.
okay. Well, I'm going to turn the game audio on so that we have some background
Yeah.
noise here. Some cool. Oh, it's actually the funky.
Oh yeah, I
Apollo
forgot about
Justice
this
tune.
song already.
I love this song. It's very. I said Pet Shop Boys. Let's make lots of money. Anything else to report,
Yeah, I
Soupy?
feel like a lot of the Apollo Justice music is very like, like jazzy like this. I really like it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like I know that this is kind of the missing entry of the Ace Attorney series. I mean, not literally, but a lot of people are saying.
But might as well be.
Yeah, it kind of just gets lost in the shuffle. But there's a lot of cool elements.
Capcom likes to pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool elements to this game, though. Like, the music's really cool. I like a lot of these characters. It's just, I guess it's just not quite... Welcome back. It's not quite a main... It doesn't feel like quite a mainline entry, I guess, is how it sort of gets treated.
In a way, yeah.
It's weird. It's kind of a spin-off without being one.
Yeah.
Papa Boris,
talking about Apollo Justice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Papa Boris, thank you for the resubscription for 15 months. Holy cow, Papa Boris, thank you. Oh, did I miss all the pillow talk? I'm praying for official Phoenix tits and for what? And for Phoenix to man the fuck up and confess to Edgeworth. Valid. Because
Phoenix has got good titties.
Because we all know it's gonna have to be right that kicks
when you were like,
off.
what? I was gonna be like, no, let the man talk.
Official Phoenix tits. Because we all know it's going to be right that kicks things off Edgeworth is way too Edgeworth to get the ball rolling. That and Apollo X Plum. Apollum. Like it. Thank you, Papa Barth. All right, let's get into the game, huh? I believe we're just about to learn about Phoenix's, here, literally 7 years ago. We're going to find out. We're going to find out what the heck happened.
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Oh, I'm drinking Bang today too, Samurai.
Oh.
Tiger. I'm drinking
what flavor?
Blue Raz.
Wow.
And Beast Henshin, real quick, did you all see the Good Smile figure updates? Phoenix and Edgeworth get figures, Ryunosuke and Apollo get Nendroids, appropriate, at least for Apollo, because it's to scale for a little guy.
For a little guy.
we were talking about those yesterday.
We
were talking about the Miles Edgeworth figure and how he's just not big enough.
He is not a dump truck.
Like, his shoulders are supposed to be at least twice that wide.
Yeah. That is what Miles Edgeworth looked like coming out of lawyer high school.
Yes.
Which, is a very... It's a very valid interpretation of Miles Edgeworth, but is it a Miles Edgeworth I want to spend $150 to $200 on? No.
Can you imagine being, like, a younger Miles Edgeworth who's still, like, his shoulders are still growing, and it's, like, every 2 weeks he has to get a new jacket because the shoulders are getting too tight again?
That was my life as a middle schooler, so yes. I think there was 1 year I grew literally like 4 to 6 inches, so yeah.
Correction, it's not Ryunosuke, it's Maya, apparently.
Yes.
All right, let's get into this. I want to hear about what happened 7 years ago.
But I didn't see the Phoenix figure.
7 years ago, I was standing in a courtroom on behalf of a client. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard about it. It was all over the news. I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you? Yes, he was only 17 years old at the time. 17 years old? That's still high school. He took the bar exam abroad, in Europe. They're progressive over there, you know. It's the only place Miles Edgeworth is accepted. I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. In my shame, I left the practice forever.
Yeah, that's how it went.
That's all. That's all?
That's all.
How could that be all? What do you mean? What about what they were saying on the news about forged evidence? They said you forged evidence and had your attorney's badge stripped from you. Azulmagia, thank you for the 5 bits. Europe is basically the lawyer version of the hyperbolic time chamber. Why didn't Edgeworth... Huh?
I like that Phoenix just conveniently left out the fact that he forged evidence in this.
Right.
Yeah. I wish
he's forging testimony now.
I wish Europe was the hyperbolic time chamber, because every time Edgeworth would go to Europe, he'd come back with long, luscious locks.
Oh.
Because that's what happens to Trunks, right? He has short hair, and then he comes out and he's got long hair.
My friend, you are asking the wrong person.
The wrong people.
The wrong people, yeah.
Forged evidence.
Like, you're looking at the person who... I mean, okay, I'm a bad weeaboo in general, because, like, when I was young and I saw Sailor Moon on TV, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with their mouths? But...
You're a bad weeaboo in general, because you're talking over Phoenix when he's explaining its deep...
It's true!
Deep secrets. Just Ellie86, thank you for resubscribing for 14 months. Holy cow, Ellie. May we all have great butts. You do.
And we do.
And you do. Tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to stand here before Phoenix Wright, the Forging attorney himself?
Hoo-ha!
Does it make you feel hoo-ha? Make you go hoo-ha?
Hoo-ha.
Bob Bar is thinking
Hoo-ha.
of catching in your hoo-ha.
Hoo-ha.
And how does it feel? I don't want to believe it's true.
While he's like sitting in a hospital bed surrounded by Steel Samurai DVDs. He's
But
trying
what-
to be all cool.
How's it feel? Oh, we got high up going.
It's barred. Debarred.
You were certainly debarred. Thank you for the high up there, Vampiro. Void Adept, thank you for the bit. I'm surprised Edgeworth didn't bring back one of those barrister wigs from Ace Attorney's equivalent of the UK Poundland. But what about
He
what
went
happened?
to Poundland and had white hair.
Thank you for the
Got white
hydrate
hair.
command L trade. But what about what happened at my first trial? What about what happened? Didn't you notice in today's trial? There was a single piece of forged evidence. I'm talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. I'm a naughty boy. I don't see you jumping to my defense on this one.
Look at how cute he is.
He's like, in fact, I feel like punching you again.
Maybe I did forge evidence, and maybe I didn't.
You didn't forge it, but you used it.
It doesn't really matter now, does it?
But
I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know. Marin, you're getting ahead of yourself.
what?
None of us know that he didn't forge, that he only used it.
Okay. I just
Mr.
need to
Wright!
spank him.
Looks like he doesn't want to talk about the accusations of forgery. For now. Georgie2222, thank you for the follow. Alright, you don't want to talk about it.
Shove his panties.
Dazzle Magia, thank you for the 5 bits. Thanks to Phoenix. Apollo is also a person who
Show
submitted...
him your badge.
Oh, look what I got.
Put it.
Look what I got.
Shove it in his
Azulmagia.
mouth.
Azulmagia, thank you for the 5 bits. Thanks to Phoenix, Apollo is also a person who submitted forged evidence.
Yep.
Yeah. The sins of the father.
Oh, this is generational trauma right here.
It's refreshing
Stop
to be
the
so
cycle, Phoenix.
thoroughly ignored for a change. All right.
Man,
Don't give
Aw,
a shit.
man.
show it to the badge too on his hat there. It's very shocked. Can't believe
That's
you.
the
fuck.
sound is.
All right. I guess we'll leave. Hmm?
I do love how much of an asshole Phoenix Wright is. He's just like, look,
And it's
I didn't say
and to
that
be
didn't
honest,
happen.
I can see why people wouldn't necessarily be happy about the way he's acting, but it's totally in line with how he is in the first 3 games now that
Yeah.
we replayed them. He is an
And
asshole.
It was just really weird at the time that like they were announcing this stuff. Because at the time, like, they were announcing Ace Attorney 4 and like Phoenix being disbarred before Ace Attorney 3 even came out in the US.
Yeah.
So
And
we were
also-
already having to come to terms with the fact that his career was ending before we
had
got
a-
to like the pinnacle of it.
Yeah, we had a lot of information to process.
Yeah.
But also, like, I feel like being younger as well, you don't really quite understand how much something like that would affect you, you know?
Yeah.
Georgie2222
It was a
says,
weird time.
Georgie says, I remember when I first played this game, it shocked me that this guy was Phoenix. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, as an outsider who hadn't played the game, as someone who was just like looking at like footage and screenshots, I was like, wait, what happened to Phoenix? What's
Yeah.
going on?
Well, and they showed what he looked like before they said it was him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But everyone was just immediately like, "Oh my God, that's Phoenix! What the fuck happened?"
Okay, what I hate to say it, I'm at a loss as to what we're supposed to be doing, because I know we found the lamp.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea where we're supposed to go.
Okay,
to,
sorry
but-
guys, we might be a little bit
Well,
bit.
let's take a look at the
I feel
lamp
like just-
here.
The bulb is broken. It won't turn on.
Oh, how is it broken?
Don't touch that. You'll cut yourself.
Yeek!
Yeah, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice.
My finger.
Oh no.
You're bleeding. Let me see that. Wait.
Oh.
Magic blood. Teehee. Gotcha.
Gross it.
Please don't do that again. I have enough to worry about without my co-workers injuring themselves on the evidence. Magic blood.
Oh, there's something on the chain. Or the
yeah,
cord.
right there.
Oh, magic blood.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I fucked up. Hang on.
You can just.
No, it's not about that.
Oh.
The game screen is, I think I fixed it. I'm not sure. Anyway, Azelmagia, thank you for the 5 bits. Talk to Elduin or Little Plum, maybe. And Mr. Juxtapose, thank you for the 7 bits. I would say original trilogy Phoenix was neutral good, but Phoenix now is chaotic good. Yeah, that's valid. That's absolutely valid.
As a fan,
Chaotic
too, like,
something.
Doesn't seem to be.
The thing that bothered me the most as a fan is, like, you know, you can tell when they're trying to get away from a concept, and like I personally am like, all right, I get that you like the game concept of Ace Attorney, but like you can't just abandon the titular character and expect me to be okay with it, you know? And that was my issue. But now that we have more games that show the bounce back, which I don't believe was going to happen
Necessarily.
yeah, and I mean, as to whether or not Shu Takumi was taken off the project, or maybe he left because he didn't want to continue working on a game with Phoenix Wright, I don't know. But it
I mean, but then he just went right on to make a game about Phoenix Wright's great-great-great-great-great-grandpa.
Yeah, but the concept was totally different and the writing was totally different. Like, I'm wondering if maybe he just didn't like being tied to the the restrictions of the time, like having a game with Phoenix Wright as the protagonist, because that meant certain things had to be done, you know?
To be honest, I feel like the main thing that he really, really wanted to do was make a game with Sherlock Holmes in it. So, and I think because of that, he could have gotten away with like having anybody as the protagonist. Like, he didn't have to be related to Phoenix Wright, you know?
Well, I do wonder if that was a Capcom thing as well.
It could have been.
Yeah.
This cord runs to the lamp. It has a red stain on it. Gotta wonder what left that stain.
Wait, I know. Maybe it was left there by a red marker.
Maybe it's some of your magic blood.
Like they were trying to write their name and slipped.
Papa Bar is saying with the 5 bits, Sherlock Sholmes, yes. But Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Yeah, sorry, who's Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah, who is that? Why would
It's Sherlock Sholmes with the letters switched.
Oh. Why would anyone write their name on a lamp cord?
I used to write my name on my magic ropes.
All right. People are saying go talk to Elduin, so I guess we can try that. It was
great maybe show him the lamp.
Why would we do that?
I don't know.
Hit him with it, maybe.
Hit him.
Maybe he owned the lamp.
He's not
and
here.
Maractus stole the lamp. Go to the other side.
Well, he ain't here.
No, he ain't here.
Protoss 103, thank you for the 5 bits. I'm on the last Phoenix Wright game. Need to go back playing it. Yeah, you do.
Doku desu ka?
Well, okay. Let's keep looking at our evidence, because I feel like we haven't looked at...
We were like, is he here? And he was like, no.
No. Okay, Wakitaki. Physician Palmaractus Nurse Alita Tiala. There you go. Bullet lodged near heart. Age 19.
His weight is male.
I was going to say weight male. Bullet. It looks like it was shot into Superman's eyeball. If you've ever seen
That's
Superman
really
Returns.
specific.
It's from the movie Superman Returns.
It looks like a very, like... It looks like a gold spray painted cupcake right here.
Okay.
Wow, it's all mushed.
That was one tough safe.
You know, it looks kind of yummy.
Huh?
Like ice cream. Caramel.
Trucy had the same train of thought as you did. You certainly have an active imagination, Soupy. Azul Magia, thank you for the 5 bits. Okay, go see Waki then, go see Eldoon. All right. And Papa Bars, thank you for the 5 bits. Well, Herlock Sholmes is an actual literary character created by Maurice LeBlanc, creator of Lupin. It was indeed intended as a parody of Sherlock, but was still a detective, so technically speaking, it's not even Sherlock in the game. But it is.
I mean, but it was Sherlock Holmes in the Japanese version.
Yeah, in the Japanese version, it's Sherlock Holmes. So it is Sherlock Holmes. Okay.
I think we go back to the Right Anything Agency and then to the detention center.
I forgot. Yeah. Why is the detention center connected to Phoenix Wright's office? June 16th.
It's basically like him and his loved one's second home.
Everybody he meets, this is like his social life right here.
Yeah, basically.
June 16th, detention center, visitor's room. Okay. Don't cry, Angel! Daddy's back and Daddy's... Oh, you again! Hey, Perigi. It's just Naruto.
Pork.
Do you always have to announce your entrances like that? Man, my old man, Man! Now I'm all in a funk, and it's his fault. Gara of the funk! One can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson, and failed, clearly. You two got your work cut out for you, straight up! Of course, I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go! Papa Boris, thank you for the 5 bits. Yeah, well, in the Japanese version, this game takes place in Japan, don't it? Yeah, but that game doesn't. Some days I want... No, sorry, that's Apollo. Some days I wonder why I do what I do. All right. Chatting, I guess.
Yep.
People are saying show him the medical report, which is probably the obvious thing to do.
Yeah.
Man, you won't see me bugging about 1 or 2, but never mind. Hey, man.
Wow.
You won't see me bugging about 1 or 2 guilty charges.
But what if you're found guilty of murder?
It's all experience, you feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't give the death penalty, do they?
Yes, they do.
That's all they give.
Oh, God.
You didn't really do it, did you?
Dante Bio.
I stole something. Why am I dying?
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Protoss103, thank you for the 5 bits, Martin. When you said Gara of the Funk, I literally hear the theme song. If I've learned one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words. And that panties are annoying.
Oh, yeah. I hate panties, personally.
Man, my old man is whack! Disappointing, that's what he is.
I heard he wants to leave the mob.
Over my dead body!
That sounds doable.
Oh, God. I spent my life trying to keep it real, being an OG, and never stepping down. Now my old man wants to go soft? Fine, let him. Just leave me out of it. The day I get out of the clink, that's the day Alita and I start the next generation of the Kitaki family. Please don't talk as though it's assumed you're going to jail. For my sake. Mr. Juxtapose says, remember when they executed a woman for being an accomplice? Wasn't that the ditzy one? Wait, who did that?
What's that?
Who was the accomplice?
I think it was Morgan Fay.
Morgan Fay.
No,
right.
not only that, but they also put her in like the solitary cell.
Yeah. She got like...
She didn't even do the actual murder.
She was just sort of tertiary to it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I don't know why there are these weird graphical glitches whenever I change the page. Have you noticed this? Well, I guess it doesn't happen here, but... Anyway, here's your chart, Waki.
I do see it on the stream, so that
it's
is
weird. What's that? Some kind of X-ray? Wait! That's right, Waki. It's yours. Look, I don't smoke... I don't smoke or nothing, despite how I sound. I'll live long, right?
And despite my many times admitting that I smoke
I
cigarettes.
love smoking.
I don't think he gets it, Apollo.
Deuce, thank you for the 5 bits. Naruto needs to go to the Pegatorium. No, he does not.
You started out that sentence on such a high note, and then you got to Pegatorium, and you're like, Pegatorium.
Take a closer look. Here in particular, it says your weight is male. What's that about? Where it says nurse, it's signed Alita Tiala. You lawyers do your homework. Thank you for the hydrate command.
So you met Miss Tiala when you...
Thank you for the hydrate command, Protoss. Yeah, I met her at the clinic. So? Could you tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting? Fine. I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad. Papa Boris, thank you for the 5 bits. To this day, there is still that one mystery not even Phoenix could solve. Was Morgan wearing a hat or was that her hair? I think it was her hair. Yeah. It seemed like her hair. Waki and Alita. Whoa, Jesus. I was
Where
like,
that photo badger at?
About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family.
You were almost as surprised as Waki was.
No, I was ready to die, sure. But they came in and got me, hauled me off to the docks. Thought it was the doc that shot you.
The Maractus Clinic?
That's where I met her, my fallen angel. You mean Alita Tiala? She was scared of me at first, like a Barack Obama. Turns out,
Yeah.
Barack Obama is scared of me. But you know what they say? Another day, another dime, another rhyme, another dollar, or whatever it is. But you know what
Can
they
we have
say?
that as a redeem?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know what that
Dean
was.
payday rap.
I need that, and I also need the I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me.
I hope this doesn't awaken anything.
Are you writing that down?
Yeah, I'm writing it down so you know.
For those of you who don't know what we're doing, we're referencing a Community character.
Is this from that is from Community?
Is it not?
Yes,
I'm just making sure.
they both are, yeah.
But you know what they
Okay.
say? The bad guy always gets the ladies. Right. Void Adept, thank you for the bit. Let's face it, if Waki here ended up in the joint, he'd be handed around the prison yard doing blow yo jitsu within the week. Was okay.
I'm pretty sure we're referencing prison sex.
I don't like that. Papa
Yeah,
Boris, thank you for the
okay.
5 bits. No, he said it wrong. He meant docks. They were going to give him docks. They were going to give him concrete shoes, but then a man in a gray suit and a red shirt saved him and brought him to a clinic.
I like sex jokes when they're consensual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was done with that clinic anyhow. So I was
I'm
like,
equal.
I'll take you on, woman. straight gangster style. Guess what she said?
The dean is non-binary. Oh my god. Why have we
Wait,
never
really?
realized this before? No. Somebody said it's my headcanon that dean is non-binary. And I'm
Dean's
like, God,
gender-
he totally is.
Dean's gender is Dean.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Because he runs around in like weird outfits all the time. I say he.
What-
They run around in
They.
Dean.
What did she say? I really need to rewatch Community because, like, when I watched it, it was just like all in one go because I had fallen down my stairs and hurt my ankle. So I was just like on the couch for hours watching Community,
Yeah.
and I don't remember any of it.
The first season's pretty rough too. You'll have to actually watch the first episode though because I'm in it.
That is true. You are in the background.
Yeah, I'm in the
I
background.
remember that.
That was like when I was working at Square Enix.
Come on, give it some thought. She said it
On Final
real.
Fantasy 11.
She
Oh,
said it real quiet, like on the down low. Know what I'm saying? Leave if you'll marry me.
You can be a non-binary pansexual.
So that was
Who's saying you can't?
That was the proposal? Yes, Marin worked for Square Enix as a mod on Final Fantasy XI.
Yeah, I was the internet police, y'all.
And they were in Community in the background as an extra for the first episode.
Yeah.
You know it. An oath of love right there in the hospital room. Just like that, the op was done, and we were out of there. See you later, bye. Oi. About that op. Papa Bar is saying with the 5 bits, can someone please call the Dragon of Dojima to kick this guy's ass already? If he's not popping his eyeballs in and his ghoulies out in the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna say a swear. He's gonna say a swear. Yeah, didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me. A bullet. What?
This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said?
The Azulmagia asks...
All Marin heard was the words "in me."
I know, right?
I know he's talking about the bullet, but yes.
Azulmagia asks, Marin, how many people did you ban for beating Absolute Virtue? I don't know what this is referencing, but...
None, but I did jail somebody for humping someone over and over in public.
Wow.
What?
It was a Galka.
They don't do that in Final Fantasy 14. There'd be too many.
No, well, it was a Galka
that
that
deal
was
a
like...
significant blow to their sales.
Wait, you were the original horny jail bonker.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, yeah. But it was also...
the
that
bunker
was on
becomes
my...
the bunkie.
That particular instance was on my last day because I had been laid off. And it was really weird because this person was like... They were like a Mithra or something, and they were being followed around by a Galka who kept doing slash cheer over and over again. And then, I jailed the Galka, and then I sent a mistel to the reporter because you can just do /R and then blah blah blah. So I'd be like, "Hello, blank of Sandoria or whatever city they were from," and then I'd say, "You're in jail because blah blah blah," and I sent that whole fucking spiel to the person who reported it on accident.
Oops.
And I was like, "Oh well, what are they gonna fucking do? Fire me?" So we started talking about drinking like margaritas and shit like that after I got off work. Anyway.
Oh, Azulmagia says Absolute Virtue is supposed to be some unbeatable super boss in 11. And I think people got banned for beating it for some reason. They might have like janked it, like they might have cheesed it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Papa Boris saying with the 5
Wasn't
bits.
there like a boss that took like a super, super long time to beat?
Oh, probably.
Or something like that?
Yeah,
It's an MMO, so.
And people kind of had to do it like in shifts or something like that?
Wow.
It would not surprise
That's
me.
fucked up.
There were sometimes like people would camp out for like literal days waiting for NMs to pop. Like, I'm pretty sure somebody did die from exhaustion playing Final Fantasy 11 once, and that's why they had to really change up a lot of the game mechanics I mean, not necessarily that's why, but that's why they were motivated, perhaps.
I googled Absolute Virtue, and I got an article with the title, Final Fantasy 11 boss causes vomiting, takes 18 hours to beat.
They had it good back then.
Yeah.
Papa
Yeah.
Boris, thank you for the 5.
Supposedly it takes 18 hours.
Papa Boris saying with the... that seems kind of fucked up if that is intentional. Papa Boris saying with the 5 bits, I hope that policeman is getting paid a king's ransom for his job because whatever he's getting paid for putting up with Phoenix, Apollo, Maya, and their clients, it ain't enough. You're not wrong.
Yeah,
But
man.
he's paid to keep his mouth shut.
You had to prove you were a gamer back then.
Yeah!
Now I just play for 18 hours voluntarily, just throwing myself at a wall.
Yeah, getting experience points until I throw up.
Not even getting experience points, just doing the same fight over and over and over.
Or trying to decorate a house.
Yeah!
Or trying to decorate a house.
Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go fight a boss for 18 hours in Final Fantasy 11. That's the point of living healthy.
I had an actual dream the other night where I was like in a duty and I spawned back in my backyard in Final Fantasy 14 just in time to see 2 people talking shit about my house.
Oh,
In a dream.
In a dream.
Wow.
That's so rude.
I know. Like, I was already feeling bad about my house not being finished, and I was like, man,
Wow.
I can't even escape this in my dreams.
Oh.
Your brain is just like, when it's stuck.
And then I woke up and I was like, yeah, actually. But didn't you learn about the bullet at that checkup?
Yeah? That's when I knew the doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cap pulled after I got my revenge. And hey, I'm still living large now, aren't I? Incidentally, had you ever had a health checkup before? Maybe that bullet's been there since birth. Papa Bar is saying the 5 bits as opposed to a fake dream? You know, one of those counterfeit dreams the seedy underground syndicates in Sleep City are circulating? I'm not familiar. No, my old man suddenly gets this idea that we all gotta get checkups. Oh.
I got a sleep disorder. That means all of my sleep is counterfeit.
Guess he's getting
Same.
old. Older, I mean. Everybody randomly got checkups. At the same time. Okay, well,
Everyone in the same family randomly got checkups at the same time.
did we present the
Maybe we should present the shoes.
Oh yeah, maybe he recognizes him. I'd recognize those feet anywhere.
Look at that toe print.
Oh, Lucky, you don't happen to recognize these, do you? Sure I do.
Those are mine.
I was the one who bought it for her.
You thought they were his.
You thought?
For Miss Tiala?
Yeah, a birthday present. Birthday no jutsu. She's got mad little feet. Mad, so cute, man.
Those eyebrows on her toes are like.
He does like the feet.
So these sandals are hers.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about the account that Bob Odenkirk followed on Instagram?
I heard. I know that people are saying it means he likes feet, but I don't know.
He
What account is
followed he followed a feet pics account.
Right.
Oh, good for him.
Papa Bar is saying in the 5 bits. Congrats, Martin. You just now made the canon Waki has a foot fetish. I think that. I
think the game made that.
think the
canon.
game
Yeah.
suggested that. I kind of had a feeling. What's up with the
We all
funky
have
vibes? Sandals updated in the court record. But you know, if Bob Odenkirk likes what he likes, good for him. He's not hurting anybody.
It's true.
Like I said, I love any kind of sex as long as it's consensual. If you know what makes you happy, good for you.
And sometimes that's feet.
Sometimes the feet are involved.
So I guess we should probably go look for Alita. Oh, wait, the big toe print. Do we have to worry about the big toe print? Do we already do this?
I thought we already did that because
thought
isn't
so.
that
I think that's
Didn't
going to
we
be
make-
relevant in court.
Okay,
probably? I think we did the toe print with Emma, didn't we?
I think so. Deuce, thank you for the 5 bits. Phoenix has a penis fetish.
Don't we all?
I think we have to go to talk to Eldoon. Good
There's my
God.
boner.
June 16th, Eldoon's house.
Mr. Eltoon, we've been looking all over for you.
I don't know how anyone can deal with my raw sexual energy, to be honest.
What's the matter, Trucy doll?
It's certainly something.
Apollo, show him what we found.
It's a penis.
Nothing like expert advice.
I suppose he is a doctor still. Mr. Eldoon, is everything okay?
A man is crying.
I'm just
Oh,
so happy.
now I don't like it anymore.
I just thought my doctor days were gone for good.
Mr. Eldoon. Let's see. No, we already did this. Okay.
I guess we just show him the...
Mr. Eldoon, could you take a look at this?
A medical chart?
Oh,
Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics. Why the sudden silence, Mr. Eldoon? What? What's going on here?
that's a good question. Papa Bar is thank you for the 5 bits. Well, just going to put it out there. JoJo Part 6, Stone Ocean. The literal first scene in that part is Jolene in prison, upset that a guard caught her masturbating because she got turned on by the prison bars in her window. I'm not making this up, so yeah, something for everyone. All right.
Good for her.
Good for her. If she's getting turned on in a bad situation. That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client, Brock Lesnar.
He's on trial on suspicion of murder.
Wait, was she turned on by the moon or the prison bars? What's going on? What was Joylene masturbating to? I need to
Joylene.
know.
Oh, is it
It
Joylene?
sounds like the prison bars. On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD.
Hmm?
What?
Always be dickin'.
Always balls deep.
ABD.
Oh,
Oh.
Always balls deep. He's
God
knocking
damn it,
off the
Noodle
pearly
Yug.
gates, and someone's about to answer.
I do not like you, Noodle Yug.
can you tell us why? Why? He's got a bullet in him, hasn't he? Thank you for sending Marin and Marin.
Oh.
It only took Marin.
Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon.
Oh shit! It was Noodles. It wasn't his hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was this revealed already?
No,
I don't think
but
so.
it just looked
I just
like
thought it was obvious. I just thought it was obvious that he was wearing noodles.
I thought it was his hair.
He was eating them.
Was he?
Yes.
People eat their hair.
I mean, yeah, I chew on my hair when it was long enough.
Sometimes you do just eat hair.
I'm a
You
Karibo.
listen up good now, son.
I'm a Karibo.
Man.
I don't have much choice.
This
Papa-
guy just got real hot.
Yeah. Papa Bar is thanking for the 5 bits. Oh no, he's hot.
Although
And
his nose is
You
real
think
tiny.
he's looking for a sugar baby?
I mean, he's got like
He's looking for a soup baby.
mouth that you could sit on for sure. Like that is a saddle right there.
Marin
The
is the
nose
100th
is
person
the
in horny
saddle
jail.
horn. The nose is the saddle horn, like on a Western saddle. You know?
And a West
This
End
is
town.
a-
Grab onto that. You ride.
This is combining a lot of Marin's very specific special interests.
I'm an intersectional feminist.
Noodles everywhere. The Void Adept, thank you for the bit. Top 10 anime transformations. No way. It's like he's a hot guy.
We're in church, y'all.
Thank you for bonking Marin Audio Dragon. I do appreciate
That was earned.
it. Sure did earn that. Rock Ruland, thank you for the 10 bits. How is his hair so clean when he's been wearing noodles as a hat since before you met him? There should be bits of noodle in there.
The noodles kept his hair clean. They were wet.
Well, according to this chart, this walkie-talkie feller's not doing so well.
Jesus was here earlier, Vampiro.
Yeah, Jesus was here.
Might even still be here.
Mr. Juxtapose, thank you for the 10 bits. This is a message. And Papa Bar, thank you for the 5 bits. L'Oreal, he's worth it, guys.
Iman, how do I not have a lumpy head from the many bonks I've taken? My parents used to joke that I was tall because they kicked me in the ass, and then my sister was short because they hit her in the head. I'm used to
Jesus
it.
Christ.
Oh.
He's got a bullet right up beside his heart.
That's right.
Yeah, but this chart talks about the post office.
Hoo-ha!
We got a hoo-ha.
Hoo-ha!
Hoo-ha.
Hoo-ha!
Thank you, Kudos Sarugi, for cashing in your hoo-ha.
In other words, the operation is already finished. But you can still see that bullet stuck in there.
Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it?
Well, about the only reason I can think of is it was too tricky to operate on.
Donut Anon, the hoo-ha clip is from the 8th annual On Cinema Oscar special. I think it's the 8th one. It's either the 8th or the 9th, I can't remember.
What? That bullet's snug as a bug in there next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap of metal's just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle.
Those blood
I like
vessels
this
are gonna
voice.
beat him up.
Snug as a bug.
2 millimeters to either side, and there'd be some serious bleeding going on in there.
He kind of looks like he's getting a codec call.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
The bullet
I
is
think he's
so close
just
to
touching his own cheekbones, because damn.
his paramedic.
He's got,
He's like, I haven't seen these in ages.
What do these
he's
noodles
got,
taste
like,
like? The Void Adept, thank you for the bit. Clearly the bullet is still in there because the surgeon touched the side and made Waki's nose light up red.
He looks like fucking Maleficent.
What?
He's got Maleficent
Oh, the cheekbones, yeah.
Yeah. That's something your average doc would be eager to fiddle with.
He looks like Grand Moff Tarkin in his younger days.
Oh, damn.
You mean?
Vampiro, thank you for the 5 bits. A noodle to surpass Metal Gear?
Eat
Instead
me
of the
more
calorie
snake.
mate, he just eats dry ramen noodles.
God,
He's just...
disgusting.
I know.
Oh. He sprinkles a little of the seasoning on, takes another
Yeah.
bite.
There needs to be a mod for Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater where every time Snake speaks he coughs up noodle dust. He's just like,
Ramen eater.
"That's Metal Gear."
I feel like you'd have to be extra careful about where you eat that because the noise would certainly draw a lot more attention than the calorie mate.
Yeah.
It took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is.
Spellbound Tutor, thank you for the 100 bits. I was going to ask how a noodle salesman knows so much about this, but then I realized blood vessels are just an overly complex series of noodles. Checks out.
True shit.
And Wildfire BB, thank you for the 10 bits. You wrote fuck fact, but I assume you meant fun fact. Me and Waki actually share something in common. Not a bullet, but I have a shard of metal in my eye cradled by the blood vessels, which is too tricky to operate on. If it ever moves, I could go blind in the eye. Oh dear.
Oh god.
Did your doctor have ramen on or off his head when he told you this?
Let's not make jokes about people's actual surgical situations.
I'm sorry.
It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician.
They said off.
Wildfire BB says off. Good. I'm glad that they were serious.
I'm glad they didn't have any noodles in the area.
I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet.
But by game 6, she'll be popping caps in guys' asses left and right.
Yep.
Yes. Yes, Trucy, yes.
Of course, with the heart pumping and lungs working, that bullet's on the move. I'd give him another half a year tops. If we could just remove the heart and the lungs, and then he would be fine.
If we just take all his internal organs out,
Yeah.
put noodles there. But Waki's operation was already a half year ago.
And what is blood if not broth? You know?
Right.
That's why I'm saying you're out of time.
That's why if your blood is frothy, consult a doctor.
Ugh. This kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table.
I'm gonna
What if
start
we
saying that when
combined
I'm-
them both and had a hospital trial?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Trauma Center X Phoenix Wright crossover. Great. Just great.
That's not sarcastic.
No, I would love that.
Yeah.
That's where you defend
Great.
Derek Styles for malpractice.
Dr. Styles, this is Miles Edgeworth.
Hello, Miles.
How could Dr. Maractus do such a terrible thing?
How could Pal Maractus do a malpractice? Rock Rulin, thank you for the 10 bits. Trucy, is this your bullet? Nurse, Dr. Wright, we need you to confirm the time of death.
How can you just leave that bullet in there?
Spellbound Shooter says, I genuinely have no idea how that was never a thing. I know, right? It's right there. Trauma Center, Phoenix Wright. Come on.
I'm surprised that they did the Professor Layton crossover before they did the Trauma Center one.
Kind of shocking.
But then again, the Trauma Center also hasn't been around in like a long time.
Yeah, and it wasn't the success story that, say, I mean, I loved it, but I don't think I don't think it did the same numbers as, say, a
I
Phoenix
miss
Wright.
Trauma Center.
Yeah, I'd love a new one.
I think it would have been really good on Switch.
True.
I would have just taken like a port.
Yeah.
Got a pretty good idea of how he felt.
No, E-Man, there wasn't a Trauma Center crossover, and we're sad about that.
No.
L-Train, thank you for the
Yeah.
30 bits. Ironically, Trauma Center and Phoenix Wright were the two games that got me interested in getting a DS back in the day, and Phoenix quickly became my favorite. Honestly, yeah.
Same.
DS
That
was a
seems
great...
to be a very common story, I think.
DS was a great, not just introduction, but also like a great mainstream way of accessing that kind of game, like a visual novel
Yeah.
style game.
Yeah,
And,
totally.
and you
'Cause
just didn't
that
have access to that anywhere else.
for that time period, that was real. Those were really the two games, especially if you were like into sort of niche or weeb games, like because that was
Mhm.
basically true for Soupy and I.
Oh, totally. I just really wanted to be a doctor, like in a game so bad. It was so fun. And like if you were a pro, you'd use the strat where you had a stylus in each hand.
Oh, wow.
Wow, Sugoi.
An emergency operation. He's got the kid's chest open on the table.
2 styluses in hand at the same time.
Yeah, Jen.
Then he finds that bullet. That's despair right there, Trucy doll. Cold despair.
I like my despair warm.
Despair?
We're all joking around, but this is a sad moment.
Yes.
Not the only thing he could do is sew the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in the situation to go admitting he couldn't take it out.
So he just opened this child up and sewed him back,
What
and
can he
that's it.
do? It's stuck there.
Well, I'm assuming he stopped any other bleeding, but like it would
Yeah.
be too risky to remove the bullet.
Damn.
Thank you for the hydrate command.
Tucky
Senmai.
talkies. I hear some.
Yeah, what
some
is
meowing.
Is that in the game or is that?
Is that a
No,
meatball?
that's Meatball.
Okay.
He jumped onto the fat cat and is yelling at me.
Oh, you bet. This kid's their only son, I hear.
I don't think Walkie's
Rocky's like
25.
19.
He's like
He's
yeah,
like
he's
19.
He's a
Yeah.
kid.
Baby.
So he skips the operation and Walkie's back on the street living his life.
Deuce, thank you for the 5 bits. Vita was also a good system for that. That's where I played Danganronpa. Yeah, but I feel like the Nintendo DS preceded the Vita by a fair margin, so a lot of us sort of started with that back in the day.
Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold. Like forgotten soup.
Oh.
How awful. And which doctor would they take him to? Maractus. He's got enough ties to them, he could probably cover up the truth of what happened.
With ties.
That's just horrible. He left Walkie to die.
I guess.
There's a darkness in this world, Trucy doll. Waiting, hungry.
Of all the
I'm
people
hungry.
to say this, I would not expect it from Guy Eldoon.
Oh, he got the noodles back on.
Oh, sure did, yeah.
Compared to it, these gangs' turf wars are like kid games. When you're up against real evil, well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong. It'll take you all the same.
Dang. Papa Boris, thank you for the bit. Have you ever tried putting a nuclear reactor in his chest? I know there's one guy who did it in a similar situation and it turned out great.
But then there was also that one lady who got a bomb put inside her from Metal Gear, and that didn't turn out great.
That was not in the heart.
No.
You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Eldoon? You could operate on Walkie, couldn't you? I wish.
He turned in his noodle
I've been
doctor
hankering for
license.
I've been hankering for a good operation lately.
It's just not as good when you play the board game.
What?
The goofy game for dopey doctors.
I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could.
You know that bit in The Office in season 8 where both Packer and Dwight make the reference to Operation and Dwight gets upset at Packer for... he compares Jim to... No, it's Packer that compares
Packer
Jim
gets
to the...
upset at Dwight because Packer used the name and Dwight referred to the board game instead of the guy.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's on Packer because nobody knows that guy's name.
Yeah.
Did you say this?
I think it's also
Yes.
a generational joke.
Yeah, it's definitely a generational joke.
I didn't even know it had a name.
Right?
Maybe not even in the world. So Walkie. He's real lucky to be alive even now.
Papa Bar is saying with a bit, Marin, I say this with only the best intentions and I like you and all, but fuck you for reminding me of that bit from Metal Gear Solid. I purposely blocked that from my mind.
Here's to you.
What character was that? I don't remember.
It was from
That's That's
Ground
Paz,
Zeroes.
isn't it?
Oh, I didn't play that one.
Spoilers.
I didn't play after 4.
Spoilers. There's a bomb in a naughty place, and she
Oh,
blows
God.
up.
In a naughty place? I thought it was in her like her uterus or whatever.
Well, I guess it's in her uterus then. I don't know. Either way, it's in a sensitive area. Papa Bar is
I
saying
thought
with
they put it like they sewed her up. Isn't that what happened?
So
I don't remember.
Hideo
honestly.
Kojima will put a bomb in a uterus and then a baby into Norman Reedus.
Yep.
Onto
saying-
Norman Reedus.
They put 2
I guess
bombs
all
in
I'm
there.
going off is that one trailer where like they have the scope going down in, like into his mouth, into his stomach, and there's a baby there.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That happens every time you die, by the way.
Really?
Oh.
Every time you die, the
Wow,
camera goes
alright.
into Norman Reedus' mouth, and you see the little BB. And first off, he shows his butt, and then he spins around and he gives a thumbs up, and you regenerate.
Wow. Motivation to die, I guess.
He ate the baby.
Sometimes you gotta.
Anyway, Papa Bar saying the bit. That was just a joke, by the way. Just to get, yeah, you're fine. It's all good. And Vampiro, thank you for the 5 bits. Kojima put a baby in Norman Reedus. Soup Dog 2022.
Kojima, you know what? Kojima is really close. I feel like he's one step away from doing Mpreg.
He put a baby in Norman Reedus, but what he really wanted
God.
was for Mads Mikkelsen to put a baby in him.
Nobody show Kojima Men, the Alex Garland movie.
Oh no! Kojima's like, I want to have multiple on-camera
No.
birth scenes.
I mean, he's a movie guy. You know he's already seen it.
Oh,
yeah,
that's true,
That's
actually.
true.
Papa Bar
That's
saying
true.
the
He's
5 bits.
definitely seen it in fact.
Okay, this is getting a bit fucked up even with this chat, and that is saying something. You're not wrong, Papa
Well,
Bars.
To be fair, Alex Garland is more fucked up than we'll ever be, so that's fine.
No.
There's one problem.
Apollo?
This chart. Look at the nurse section.
Says this bitch.
Alita Tiala. Void Adept, thank you for the bit. God forbid if Kojima learns about what the aliens do in The Sims.
That's right. This operation was how they met.
Which Sims 4 pack has the aliens? Are they in the base game?
I think they're in the base game.
Okay. Yeah, the problem is she knew. She knew about Waki's condition, guaranteed.
Aliens
Oh.
impregnated Victor Nikiforov in my game,
That's
and then he
right.
gave birth to Yurio.
Oh, God.
And that's canon.
That is canon.
Why didn't she ever tell him? It doesn't make sense. If she knew her patient was in serious danger, you'd think she'd want to get that second operation before getting engaged.
What was she thinking? Apollo?
Oh, aliens were added with the Get to Work expansion pack. So do you have that, Marin?
I do, yeah. I think that was
Oh.
probably one of the first, if not the first.
Because honestly, like, who wants to just have the basic jobs you get in
I
that
mean-
game, you know?
Yeah.
Marin must have that expansion if
If Victor Nikiforov got
the
it.
if the alien impregnated Victor Nikiforov, then the aliens were there.
I've got to
I'm pretty
get
sure when I started playing, like, there were only, like, 2 expansions out. When I started
Verdigris-
playing Sims 4.
Verdigris asks, why is Emmett Selk trending again now? And I've got to say, why
I was just
is
about to respond to that in chat, but I will say it is for sexy grandpa reasons, I'm sure.
I mean, the
Sexy
real
grandpa.
question is why would he ever not be trending?
That is true.
Oh.
The real answer is people are probably being weird about him again.
Oh yeah.
Who allowed him to stop?
What were you thinking, Alita Tiala? I'm gonna say your full name in my head.
Dialita?
Oh.
Ooh.
Do we need to take a break? Does anyone need the bathroom? L Train, thank you for cashing in your proto badger. It came out of the darkness.
The proto badger's like, I need the bathroom.
The proto badger's like,
Martin
now
just
you
took
need
a
the
shit.
bathroom.
It's like, well, now I have to go pee, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, me too.
Do you guys actually need to pee?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's me. It's me. It's that. It's since we just got a big black screen on the side of the side of the stream, I'm just gonna fill it with my Karibo face. Hello, folks. We're playing Ace Attorney, Apollo Justice, the other way around, Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney, and I'm your host, Lil Karibo, and I'm the game now. I'm just gonna fill the whole game. There we go. Hi, how's it going? We've been playing some Inscription with Yami Yugi the past couple of weeks. It's been a lot of fun. I actually really like that game. It's really good. If you haven't played Inscription yet, I'm kind of late to this. I'm kind of late to it myself. A lot of people had already played it. I'm a late comer to it, but it's so good. I'm actually really invested in it. The Azul Magia, thank you for the 5 bits. I know this weird comic of someone's Edgelord Warrior of Light. Expand, Karibo. I know this weird comic of someone's Edgelord Warrior of Light saying Hydaelyn is evil and that the Ascians did nothing wrong is making the rounds. Maybe that's why. Maybe. Maybe. I appreciate you guys being diligent about spoilers in Inscription. I know some of you, some people are being very enthusiastic and telling me how to do things, and I'm not gonna say you're doing anything wrong. Obviously, if you want to help me, absolutely, that makes perfect sense. And I don't mind it so much. I would rather if I figured things out by myself. So thank you to the majority of you for keeping quiet on a lot of that stuff.
I've returned.
Welcome back. I'm a giant Karibo for a minute.
Oh,
That last stream did turn into Blair Witch, didn't it, Vampiro? It was it very much feels like a blending of various narrative, like, I don't know what you'd call it, narrative methods. Like, there's different kinds of narratives going on. There's the game itself, with the card game, which is its own narrative. Then there's the narrative of you trapped in a cabin, and then there's a narrative of, well, I shouldn't speak just in case somebody else is going to play it. There's a lot more going on than I realized. That's all I'll say. There's a lot more going on than I realized. It's surprisingly deep. E-Man, who here has finished the current Endwalker story? Neither me nor Marin have done that. So, I don't think Marin's even gotten through Shadowbringers. Have you, Marin?
no, I have not.
I'm intensely judging you from behind.
I just what did I do? I got to the rainbow area and I did the first dungeon. I think I'm around there.
It's just my face
can-
now.
Intensely judge me all you want.
I will. This is what happens when I have
I've been
control.
You
I become
just
big. I
big
become
and
large, Karibo.
ominously cheerful.
Ominously. Ominously-
Mandatory fun.
Ominously optimistic.
Yeah, Martin, you do kind of just look like the emoji, the eye emoji.
I look like the eye emoji. What do you mean?
The 2 eyes emoji.
What kind of emoji are you talking about? Oh, the
The
Silic
one
Dev.
that Silic Dev did.
Oh, yes. Let me do that. There we go.
Yeah, I'll put in this too. There you go.
I see it. I
Bam.
see it.
Yeah, but there's one in the Discord
And
too.
the Discord as well. It does look like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Welcome back to Wide Karibo.
You should make that a new emote for you.
Just giant
Just your
Karibo
little
eyes.
Yeah.
So we could have him
Perfect.
aiming at a butt or something.
I'm back,
Yeah.
and you are quite large.
I'm quite large. All right, let me shrink.
Large and in charge.
Let me shrink down a little bit. Make it an even playing field. Okay. The boy.
I like that we're all some little purple guys right now.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We're all just a bunch of purple guys.
We're all in the same family. We're like Hanson.
Yes.
Which one is each of us? I think Marin is the little annoying one.
Oh. Oh. I didn't even listen to Hanson.
And that's the only one I really know. So
Oh.
Hoo-ha.
thank you for the hoo-ha donut anon. Voided up. Thank you for the bit. Wait a minute. The prosecutor badge is just a stale Danish
Hoo-ha.
pastry. Look, I had to improvise. Rock Rulin, thank you for the 10 bits. Speaking of Final Fantasy 14, I spent the past couple of months grinding every crafting class to level 90, only to realize I forgot about Culinarian. I've been making so much bread recently.
Get that bread, millennial.
Get that bread. L Train, thank you for the 10 bits.
I got all that done in like 2 weeks, and it cost me so much, Gil.
Oh, shit.
I don't even know who Gil is.
L Train, thank you for the 10 bits. Wide Taka versus Wide Karibo. Book it, AEW. And Kudo Sarugi, thank you for the bit. Sees Giant Karibo. Ominous dooda la la la. Wildfire Vivi, thank you for the 10 bits. I am not a king. I am not a god. I am a chunk Karibo. Take it off, Bill. See you later, man. Deuce, thank you for the bit. Mommy, why is Harry Ball on my face? In my face. Okay. I made it so much worse. All right.
He's not wrong.
No.
Yeah, man. But it was deuce on my chest, so I'm
That's true.
sure that they appreciate the extra upsell
Verdigris
of the
points out
different proposition.
Verdigris points out the prosecutor badge is a chrysanthemum because it's a symbol of the Japanese government. Phoenix is a sunflower. He's a sunflower.
Because he's gay.
He loves law too much. June 17th, 9:52 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2.
No other reason, because he's gay.
It's just a very upsetting picture of the judge or whoever that is. A judge. It looks like the
It
judge.
looks it's the judge, but it also looks a little bit like an octopus.
It was the judge's father,
octopus?
Mr. Judge.
How does that explain the octopus out? Because of the head looking kind of like an octopus head?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just kind of bulbous.
Yeah, he does have a weird kind of... He looks like... Maybe the judge is a sea creature.
Probably. He hides all the tentacles under the robe.
Yeah. He just has one Mountain Dew tentacle, one Cookies tentacle. All right. Oh, we're in the court.
This is it, the big day. Did you get any sleep?
Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, what time did you wake up?
3 a.m.
Apollo, you are.
He's
Little
fine.
much.
I'm fine.
That's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me.
Oh, I'm Mr. Hat.
And the amazing Mr. Hat.
Senior Hat.
Just getting bigger and bigger.
Voided up, thank you for the bit. To me, it looks like a potato with a beard watching the lightsaber duel between Anakin and Obi-Wan on Mustafar. Who's doing the
Just
Mr.
looking at you, kid.
It's Gregory Edgeworth.
The spirit of Gregory Edgeworth. He was waiting to get into hell for so long that they just were like, you know what? Never mind. We'll put you back in the real world, but you've got to be
Yeah.
this.
We're gonna reincarnate you as Mr. Hat.
Now I gotta live with my son's boyfriend. It's real weird.
Good luck today, Apollo. That voice. Hazel Magia, thank you for the 5 bits. According to TV Tropes, Clavia's theme song has lyrics in Japanese about a prosecutor being more invested in the courtroom than his girlfriend, with them acknowledging that they're soon to break up, and apparently Apollo is mentioned. He wrote a song?
Yeah.
Oh, he wrote a song about Apollo.
The lyrics came way after like the actual like tune did from this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically.
It's his character song,
Oh.
right? Guilty Love.
Yeah, basically.
Well, he's kind of a clown.
And
Hey,
it's his theme song.
get any sleep? Mr. Right! I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. He just left the hospital. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the what is it?
I don't know.
No idea.
Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the pasta joint seem almost fun. I'm not saying the name.
I'm gonna type this up because I don't even know what
The
that
mystery pasta joint.
means. So,
Welcome back, Toon Touche. L Train, thank you for the
Daddy.
Oh, sorry.
oh.
Oh, L Train,
You go ahead.
thank you for the 20 bits. But if Gregory is Mr. Hat and he's wearing the hat, how will he ever feel confident in his hair? That's
Well,
why.
that's the hell part of it.
Yeah, that's the punishment.
Yeah. What was that, Marin?
So Indochine,
Indochine.
and the term Indochina refers to the intermingling of Indian and Chinese influences in the culture of the region.
Oh.
So that's pretty cool.
And I think that's another restaurant that he was playing piano at. I think
Yeah.
he said
Right.
that's the first case, maybe.
I think so.
There is a restaurant that goes by that name.
Wildfire VV, thank you for the 10 bits. Mr. Right starts praising, screaming, "We're not worthy, a la Wayne's World." Oh, sorry, did I skip the line there? I'm sorry.
It's fine. No worries.
Take a guess.
I don't know. I skipped the
Hmm.
line.
How about Little Plum?
Oh, we're talking about which witness we're seeing?
Yeah.
That Sherman tank of a mommy. Nope, thanks. Guess again.
Damn.
He talks like that, but he would love to get.
He wants to get
No, I'm
run
not-
over by a tank.
I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
He wants to reenact Tiananmen
No, what the
Square.
fuck, Marin?
He does.
That's not
Marin.
okay. That's
I'm
not
sorry.
okay. That's not
All right.
okay.
That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy.
Damn.
That's actually something I used to do to my dad.
It's
There was
barely,
like a couple of different people once who were like, your dad's really handsome. And I was immediately like, I'm looking for a new mom.
it's barely morning and
Alright.
you're at it already, Trucy. Glaskarot, thank you for the follow. Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Alita Tiala, your client's fiancée. She's gonna be a witness? The Azalmagia, thank you for the 5 bits. Trucy, have you been talking to Pearl again? That is a very Pearl thing to say.
But that seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiance?
You have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today, that much is clear.
Well, not to worry. I've got my panties back, and that's
Oh,
what matters.
great. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's still happening. Mexicutioner Zero, thank you for the follow.
If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there. That's what normal people
Oh
do.
god, she's still talking about it. Oh. June 17th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4.
Yeah.
Court is now in session for the trial of Waki Kitaki.
The
I
dying
do-
kid.
I do feel like when I was young, like this court case, like put a very bad taste in my mouth when it came to Trucy, just because like I feel like I was harshly critical of female characters already when I was young, and then Trucy came in and started saying the word panties 20 million times as like
Yeah.
a fucking joke, and she's underage and she's written by like an adult man, and I'm just like, come on, everybody, this is weird and gross.
You can't blame her for that, though.
No,
it's not
I
her
can't.
fault.
Not at all. Like now that I've been exposed to her long enough to be like, oh god, she's so cute.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, what is this?
It's like sometimes there are characters that are created by people who did not deserve that character.
Not to say that
Trucy
Shutaka.
is one of those.
I just wish that maybe this was like the third case, and then the third case was like the second case, and that way we could like get to know Tracy outside of panties.
The Azalmagia says, good thing the panties joke never comes back again. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so weird.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Oh, prosecution is warmed up and it's a sold-out house.
Very well. To recap, while yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party, guilty of panty snatching, we did find out one thing for certain.
Thank you for turning it down for what? And Kokunamigami. And Vampiro, thank you for the 5 bits. Trucy is more innocent than Pearls. Pearls punches babies. Yeah, I guess
But the babies had it coming. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant.
The disappointing sequel to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Correct, Herr Judge. And today I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. From the outside.
Where were we looking at it from before?
From the inside.
The outside?
From
Like
the anus of the
inside.
crime.
I was inside the anus hole of the crime.
Jesus.
The chocolate starfish.
No.
Oh,
You-
that's
you have
still
a
me.
line,
The
yeah.
acquisition of the. I was too busy being like, all right,
Derailing
Baron, shut the
things.
fuck up.
The acquisition of the murder weapon. The preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see.
Thank you for the hydrate command, Appleton 87.
I said that.
I know, I was taking a hydrate.
Oh, shit. Well, good job. Thank you for drinking water. But anyway, he said all that to his betrothed.
Vampiro, thank you for the 5 bits. Anus hole Marin 2022.
Yeah. Oh, I was telling Hatsu yesterday that people like, or that Deuce on my chest will donate bits to make you say inappropriate things. Since you get on my case for saying inappropriate things. And Hatsu is like, I'm having trouble imagining Martin saying anything horny or risque. Anyway, if Martin says anything like that or whatever, please clip. So I can send off.
Oh, Hatsu Queen. You sweet
Yes,
summer
Hatsu-
child.
And I bet there's got to be some past ones that we can find too.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was looking at old ones. I found the one where we were talking about fucking a dragon. But Martin was not the one.
I was
Martin was not the
refusing.
one. Yeah, you
yeah?
literally, your Karibo cringed at the word fucking.
Was that
So-
during
Power Wash.
That was
fucking
Power Wash, yeah.
Simulator?
Yeah. And it was while he was, well, I think we were talking about the Stegosaur. So he
Yes.
was
Oh, yeah.
watching the
We
Stegosaur.
got on the topic of that. Mr. Juxtapose, thank you for the 5 bits. Inappropriate things. Thank you. By the way, remind me, and this is mostly because I know I'll forget, and I did forget to say this one at the top of the stream. And this is for the chat and for you guys in the call. Remind me that after the stream I have to record one line for Frieza for Team 4-Star, and I can't forget to do it today.
Do not
Okay.
fucking forget.
Rock Ruland, thank you for the 10 bits. Just take any scene of Norman Reedus in the shower from the Death Stranding playthrough, and that's the best you're gonna get. I do get pretty horny.
Martin,
What? They show his butt.
you
He
are a
can't
thirsty
resist.
boy.
I can't.
Nah, I love it. I love it. I'm into this new slut era Martin. Slut era
face
Martin,
Martin.
just barks when he sees a butt. Nothing else though. He's like a chihuahua. He just barks.
His fiancée, Herr Judge. His partner for life with no chance for parole.
That's a healthy way of referring to a marriage.
Very well. You may show the lucky lady to the stand.
Here she coming.
Oh Lord, she coming.
She be coming. Your name and occupation, Fraulein.
Alita Tiala. My occupation is future wife.
That's the occupation.
Ah, traditional values. I respect that.
I'm glad that the sea creature respects her job title of future wife. Stella Coyote, thank you for the 50 bits. Speaking of Team 4-Star, I was watching the My Hero Academia vid and I enjoyed your present mic. Incidentally, if you've watched My Hero, what's your opinion on it? I watched one season of My Hero and I rather enjoyed it. Like, it's very well animated. And, the idea of a superhero high school, I mean, it's basically X-Men, but, like, my issue with X-Men is that it gets all cluttered in with the rest of the Marvel stuff in the comics, and it just kind of is a lot to deal with. There's so many characters. So I guess My Hero Academia probably has similar issues for me, but for that first season, I was like, you know what, this is fun, this is fresh for me. I rather enjoyed it. Haven't watched beyond that, though. The characters seemed like a lot of fun. I enjoyed playing Present Mike. That was a good time.
But what about Prison Mike?
The worst thing about...
What was the worst thing about that?
It was the
Yeah, what was
Dementors.
the worst thing about Present Mike?
The tinnitus.
Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded. Underwater.
See, he is from the ocean.
See?
Poseidon Crimson says, do you ever think you'll ever play Great Ace Attorney eventually? Yes.
Yeah, we'll get
we,
there.
we want to get there.
Man, what is it with boomers and underwater basket weaving?
Traditional values, Marin.
I guess so.
Yeah, you're here today as a witness for the prosecution? To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first. But I couldn't hide the truth. Honesty, another admirable trait.
Anytime the judge...
I'm really weird about when cute girls come into my courtroom.
Yeah, kind of. But anytime the judge likes the witness, it's usually the killer.
Yeah, right?
Oh no. Fraulein, it is true that on the day of the crime, The defendant Waki Kitaki confessed his plans. He told you.
Oh, Feeny3 says, on the topic of other media, have you played Final Fantasy XIV at all?
Well, you're gonna have to
Not
wait till
enough.
Shadowbringers.
We have
Well,
played...
for Martin, it's wait till Endwalker.
Yeah, I've got to get on Endwalker. I need to play that. But yes, we all three of us have played Final Fantasy XIV. In fact,
Yeah.
we streamed Marin and Soupy's Final Fantasy XIV wedding.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Did
funny.
we save that thought?
I did save it.
Oh, good.
It's-
Thank you.
It's funny because I'm actually the one in this group that has been playing Final Fantasy XIV the longest, and yet
Final
I am
Fantasy
the furthest.
14.
The 14. The longest, and yet Soupy is the one that's been playing the shortest amount of time and is furthest ahead, and I am
Yeah.
the farthest behind.
I'm the only Savage Raider out of the three of us. I have an alt character where I've already gotten through Shadowbringers, Marin.
Yeah. Damn.
Mhm.
L Train, I don't remember how much we mentioned pegging during the wedding, but one of my friends who attended, like, a while later, sent me a letter in-game that said, congrats on the gay bunny pegging.
And there was much pegging afterwards. At least in the photo set that was made for us by Tracy that I still
You know
have
what?
not looked at.
I still need to look at that, too.
Right? Ugh, I'm so bad. Anyway, his plans for murder is murdering, Waki Kitaki is murdering Pal Maractus.
Oh, I also want to mention that Marin and I were wearing Phoenix and Miles colors for our wedding.
We were...
So Marin was wearing a magenta suit and I was wearing a blue dress.
I checked. I have the wedding on my hard drive. It's not on the bot channel, but I will upload that next.
Cool. I mean, I just wanted to make sure it got saved
Yeah,
in
it's
some
definitely
capacity,
saved,
so. Yes. The witness will please give her testimony to the court.
Waki's plan.
It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Waki found out that Dr. Maractus had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night.
Yami Kisara, thank you for the 10 minutes. Have you saved the VOD for the A-Box stream and the stream you read the Yu-Gi-Oh manga? I've saved the Yu-Gi-Oh manga one. I don't remember if I saved the A-Box stream. Let me double check. I think I should still be able to, though. Let me just double check
Yeah, that
right
was
now.
only,
That was not that long ago, I don't think.
Maybe 8 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's still on my list, so I can download that. Thank you for the reminder. Rock Rulin, thank you for the 10 bits. So Marin and Martin are married in real life. Marin and Soupy are married in Final Fantasy life. When are Martin and Soupy getting married?
We
Star
could have
Wars
done that
Galaxy.
in... We could have done that in Stardew Valley, but I think you got married to someone else, didn't you,
I
Martin?
married an NPC.
I think you married Emily.
I think so.
Yeah, we all married villagers.
Having said
I don't
that-
think I got married.
Having said that, Soupy is visiting soon, so
That's true.
we could make this happen somehow.
Soupy and Martin could get married in Vegas, just like Martin and I did.
Perfect.
Did we say this?
Yes.
Okay.
I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it. So the pistol did belong to the Kitaki family, then.
Yeah, with regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms.
And the bullet that took the victim's life? Was it?
Up your butt? Fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes, this has been proven.
Oh, are we explaining ballistic markings?
Oh boy.
How can you prove something like that? Do these bullets happen to have like a fingerprint of some sort?
Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks.
Rifling marks?
Think of them as being a gun's fingerprint left on every bullet it fires. Sorry, I was getting a call from someone.
Don't you love when, like, in an actual court of law, everybody has to take a moment to explain to a small magician girl what the law terms are? And when did you first hear about Walkie's plan?
It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it. He's kind of a wuss. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
I mean, Trucy is a magician. I don't know if she's a magical girl. I mean, she's the closest we'll get in this series, I think. Walkie's plan. It was the day that the
I
family...
feel like we're pressing.
Pressing. Okay. Oops.
Of her.
Just show panties the whole time. Thank you for the
God damn
hydrate
it.
command, Feeny 3.
We can't get away from the panties.
Oh, I forgot. We have to watch out for when we can observe things. That was the day of the murder, correct?
Yes. Everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. When Walkie looked at his face went so pale.
But of course, he had just found out he had a bullet in his chest.
Rock,
Owie.
Rock Rulin, thank you for the 10 bits. With Mr. Hat, I think she's close to being a JoJo, the magical girl. And Wildfire BB, thank you for the 10 bits. Magical Trucy is back. Magical Trucy is back once again. She's doing tricks that will drive you insane. So you were there at the time.
Yes. Poor Walkie.
Sorry, I don't know why I clicked that so quickly.
No worries.
Okay, flew into a rage. That must have been quite frightening.
He was furious. He ripped his report into shreds.
Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence.
Don't we have the thing?
A bothersome chore, but one I performed without complaint. I did not complain once about that stupid thing I had to do.
Walkie's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute.
Great.
I love when my fiance tries to shoot a guy.
Great. Now he sounds like a psychopath. Yeah, maybe the copy is edited. But they didn't add any new statements, so... Should I present the report? I don't know.
I think we're continuing to press because she was kind of vague about some
Yeah,
stuff.
she was vague. Joaquin Phoenix, right. So is it easy to take a pistol out from the house?
Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access. But Walkie's a special case, being the next in line.
Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special now.
Well, maybe he is a bit spoiled. I hear he got amazing presents for his birthdays, like guns. Last year was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone. And a gun.
Sounds like he has a taste for sweets and danger. Justice.
The point here being that Walkie had access to a pistol.
Baba Vara sang with the 2 bits. Yeah, Walkie is a special case in a lot of fields. Chocolate gravestone. What happened? Meaning the murder.
I tried to stop him, I really did. But Walkie wouldn't listen.
Our defendant was nothing if not determined, it seems.
The last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss.
Feeny 3, I assume it's like a... You know, you have chocolate-shaped objects, like you can basically shape anything like chocolate out of chocolate. So I assume it's just a gravestone that's made out of chocolate. I presumably...
I have to wonder if it was like full size or just like a small one. I hope it was full size.
It was a... What was the thing made out of chewing gum? It was a switchblade, right?
Yes.
If that was a full-size switchblade, it would be a lot of gum. The Void Adept, thank you for the bit. Ah, yes, the Wonka switchblade. Or Swissblade. And Papa Bar is saying with the 2 bits and a space shuttle made of fudge, which isn't very practical because all you get out of it are a lot of delicious astronauts. Mm. Damn it! How can you say that for certain? How?
Uh,
Oh,
Herr Forehead, you will refrain from battering the Fraulein with
His
my
l-
giant arms.
his long arm.
Got slender man arms. It was the defendant, Walkie, was it, who took the pistol from his home? That motherfucker.
What?
That motherfucker. We know this for a fact now.
I suppose we do.
So, how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim?
L Train, thank you for the 10 bits. A chocolate gravestone would make a kick-ass giant small, though. You're not wrong. And Papa Boris, thank you for the 2 bits. Will have any of you seen Amori Guichan on YouTube? Trust me, you can make literally anything out of chocolate. He makes Willy Wonka look like a banker.
Yeah, he makes insane like sculptures and stuff out of like just edible things, mostly chocolate.
I've not seen it myself. Sounds like a blast, though.
Really?
Yeah, no.
I'll have to find some videos.
Yes. Did you say this, Marin?
Yes.
Up you go.
They could not. Simple logic, yeah?
That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point?
Could someone else have used that pistol? I mean, I'm gonna have to say there's another. I don't know, though.
That's my guess.
Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol.
What's this? Nani kore?
Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person with access was.
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead
Pretty
and
sure.
say...
I'm pretty sure we're saying Alita.
Yeah, it has to be. Because she's... yeah. Well, of course, I mean, you, Miss Tiala.
Me? But why?
You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning.
Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé, my long arms, and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf? Like, look at how far away that court wall is. His hand is like a sticky hand. I've heard of people doing strange things for love and written songs about them, but this...
It does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure.
It's unfathomable. It's without fathom.
I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life, to be sure.
Ow, my prosecuting arm.
But I think I would hesitate at murder. I would hesitate. I didn't say I wouldn't follow through, though.
The judge would totally do it. I'd hope you do more than hesitate.
Yeah, I'd follow through.
Oh. But what if that is technically more? But what if a different connection could be proven? A Miami connection. A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé.
Oh, that would put things in a slightly different light. Fuck. God damn, I hate this fucking cable. Hey, cables. What possible connection are you... What?
Chew the cable.
Oh, yes, that'll work.
What possible connection are you suggesting here?
Papa Bar is saying the 2 bits. I'm not sure what this is referencing, but I'll yell it. My prosecuting arm! Damn you, Apollodia! I don't know.
Sounds pretty intense, though.
You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe.
I have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Miss Tiala, and the victim. The freaking this.
The this. That looks like a medical chart.
What?
Found inside a safe at the Maractus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart. Deuce, thank you for the bit. It's from Explodia. That makes sense. That's. I haven't watched those episodes in like years. Papa Boris, thank you for the 2 bits. Martin, I'm referencing you. That was my Blue Eyes summoning hat. Damn you, Explodia. Okay, well, I don't memorize my show. Rock Rulin, thank you.
He doesn't get that reference.
I don't understand my own humor. Rock Rulin, thank you for the 10 bits. Apollodia, impossible. Nobody's ever been able to prosecute him. I'd like to
The
draw
redeem we need for these moments is the
Thank you for the head pat.
from Arrested Development when she's like, I don't understand it and I won't respond to it.
I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart.
What?
Miss
Tiala? Whatever. Why is your name on this chart?
Sorry.
You're good.
Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala?
No. I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice.
Our warm little fiancé just froze over.
I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit.
Look at this
That's why I
face.
broke in the other day.
The Azalmagi, thank you for the 5 bits. Oh, she's doing the Dahlia thing.
Now, if she had her foot on me with this face, I would not be upset.
In those shoes.
I don't give a shit about the shoes.
That's all.
That's the
Is
part
there
I
a problem
give
with
the
that?
least shits about.
Miss Tiala! You testified that you had no connection to the victim. And I don't. Now.
Oh.
Now?
Oh.
Whoa.
She broke up. Oh.
Well, no,
I
no.
quit half a year ago, didn't I?
The victim.
So there's no connection.
She did.
She broke up with her boss.
Spellbound Shooter, thank you for the bit. Quick, check the contents of Waki's stomach for a locket.
What is Phoenix's locket?
Or a
doing?
gun. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy
Who likes to roam around.
who can't rest until he knows every little detail of his girlfriend's past.
I'm not straight.
Am I right?
I don't have a girlfriend. Ha! Gotcha.
That's not true at all. Why I embrace the ones I love, past flaws and all.
There's no connection now. Doesn't fly in a court of law. They don't fly now.
Doesn't fly?
Doesn't fly now. She's one tough nut. Nut! She probably feels right at home with the Kitakis. You left your job at the Maractus Clinic, true. But you remain connected somehow.
I feel like Apollo would like constantly accidentally speak in double entendres and then like just not understand why people are laughing.
I just blew myself.
Yeah, basically. That's basically Apollo Justice. Very well, Mr. Justice.
Papa Boris, thank you for the bit. That's not how court works, love. If there's a plausible connection, then you're still potentially liable. Indeed.
Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus Clinic. That's the shoes, I'm guessing.
Right. Every time Apollo Justice gets a new backstory, he has a license plate that says, a new start.
Yep.
Papa Boris, thank you for the bit. I'm afraid that isn't based here in court. It's not based at all.
Phoenix Wright is like, I'm just trying to do everything I can for this family.
Who's messaging? Oh, it's you. These sandals were found in the Maractus Clinic lobby,
Oh, it's my partner.
and we got Bob Odenkirk to sniff them. They're yours, aren't they?
He recognized them immediately.
It was specifically was an Instagram account for feet in sexy shoes.
Oh, I see.
You know what?
Uh-huh.
Sometimes you just need to get that dopamine.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta. Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals.
Not
Maybe he
according
likes
to
wearing
Bob
high
Odenkirk.
heels. Maybe Bob Odenkirk likes wearing high heels.
Maybe. Good for him.
Maybe he does.
So sorry, Fraulein, but your act isn't working.
Why specifically Bob Odenkirk? Well, Soupy was saying he's followed sexy feet and shoes in Instagram.
It was a piece
Yeah.
of celebrity gossip.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows if it's actually about that? He might, for all we know, he's not even running that Instagram account, you know?
Or maybe he was like, yo, would anyone even notice if I fucking followed
Some
this?
people do that.
And people noticed immediately.
He's like, yo, would anyone fucking notice as I started commenting sexy feet on these feet pics?
Your moment of hesitation just now cost you.
I forget what it was, but wrestlers have a lot of conversation about their Instagram activity as well. And I know Dave Batista on a picture of on a picture that I think Bailey posted on. Yes, he made a comment about how he wasn't even wrestling anymore, and he reacted to one of the pictures of Bailey on Instagram and said Bailey's got a pretty nice butt, I think. So everyone was like,
Wow.
"Hang on, what?"
Look, a man just compliments a piece of art when he sees it.
Oh, but Boris, it's not that we're vultures. We're just talking about it.
Well, what's with you? I thought you were on my side.
Perhaps you are unaware that toes leave toe prints. A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all. Look at how nasty your little feetsies are, you bitch.
I can't wait for Bob Odenkirk to put on a hat that says feet, like me wearing this hat.
Yeah.
Toe Prince, is that your Instagram username? Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help Walkie back on the straight and narrow. This court thinks you need to worry less about Walkie and more about yourself.
This court, yeah. Tell him, Judge.
Sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story.
Your sandals were found in the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder.
Well, there's little point in denying it. Very well. The witness will tell us about this visit.
My favorite thing about playing these games on stream with a chat is that when there's like when everybody who's in the chat knows who the killer is, they'll just be like, "Oh, fuck this person. This person sucks."
Yeah, right.
I really love how heated it gets.
Why did you go to the Maractus Clinic that day?
The
No
Maractus
innocent
Clinic.
person has shoes that look like that.
I know, right?
That's true.
This bloody selfie slash who did we say it was? Selfie or
Dahlia?
no? What Final Fantasy character?
Did we say Selfie and Keistus?
I think it might have been that. Yeah,
Who knows?
Ceastus.
At minimum, I think those are the names we said.
Yeah, probably.
I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Walkie had the pistol.
She quit in January. What date is this? Does it say? It doesn't say, does it? Okay.
Does it say when it was from on the
Description?
description?
No.
I
Nope.
bet that this woman left the clinic after the surgery so that way she could like
Well, this
get
one's
the
in June.
settlement money after.
Yeah. She's definitely going for insurance money.
Yeah, she wants like She wants to win the lawsuit for malpractice or whatever, and then get the insurance money after Walkie fucking dies.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's keep listening to her.
I bet. I have not touched this game since like 2007.
Yeah, same. The doctor always was a timid man. Too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets.
That sounds about right.
I wanted to tell him to be careful as an old friend.
This I didn't murder anyone shirt is answering a lot of questions people keep
Yeah.
asking me about my I didn't murder anyone shirt.
And it's like, why do you think I wore the shirt?
God.
By mistake, you mean... The mistake we heard about from the defendant?
Papa Boris, thank you for the bit. So what do you think Plum did to the guy that did steal her pants? I shudder to imagine. I imagine Apollo shudders too, but in a god, I wish that were me way. Did she who did take her? It was the same guy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I don't know
I
if
believe
they've
so anyway.
I don't know if he's gotten his comeuppance yet.
Well, he got arrested, didn't he?
Yes.
Probably. I hope.
He's in the
He should,
detention
he should
center.
not be out on the streets.
He shouldn't.
So,
Hmm.
the botched operation? He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm.
I just wanted to step on him.
Mm.
With these shoes.
Mm.
I just thought I should let him know, you know?
No.
You know?
No.
But you know.
I know.
That does make sense.
Yes, but there is still one thing which does not.
Oh, wait, what?
What's that, Prosecutor Gavin?
Papa Boris,
I'll
it was.
fucking know.
He said it was to figure out how she pulled things out of the panties, but
Yeah.
it's no, like that's
It was
bullshit. He
also,
can.
like-
he can.
They could have replaced it with literally her hat or something, and it would have
Yeah.
served the exact same purpose.
Like that is not the only item you can pull things out of from as a magician. He's just a pervert
Yeah.
lying to himself. He's a pervert. It's that simple.
But also, like, I think even if it wasn't about like the perversion thing, it also just goes to show that he does not understand women or reality or boundaries in any way whatsoever.
Yeah. so
Like-
he's
Yeah.
a criminal regardless of the intent.
Yeah.
He stole. The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah.
Vampiro, I can explain how she pulled things out of the panties. Magic.
Yeah.
Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home. They would look
In
cute
fact,
on
I'm
me.
still thinking about wearing them home.
Are these
I would've-
evidence? Because if not, I would like to wear them home.
Are they like up for grabs, or I would have worn those sandals home too. They're real
See,
cute.
See,
It'll
Raphael
look real
says,
nice on my feet.
Raphael says that Wesley Stickler could be a moron, but we met him. He talked to us. He wasn't a moron. He was just a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, he is an idiot, and he is
Yes.
like he has no one. I mean, like, regardless of whatever, like
he's
a crime
he's
was
he's
committed.
dumb in a delusional way, not in a.
My question is, why is anyone trying to defend him
I don't think anybody's
Yeah.
trying to
or,
defend
or
him.
make excuses for him?
Yeah.
It's more like he's one of those people who's like, women, I just don't understand them, and it's like, is it that, or is it that you just don't listen and you
It's
can't
not
accept it?
difficult.
Yeah.
It's not difficult to invent a reason as to why you did something creepy and perverted. It's just very unbelievable.
Yeah.
So why were the sandals left behind?
Yeah, he pointed out the contradiction before me. The void.
I
Vet-
love
I've
him.
accidentally left the house in slippers myself.
Yeah, same. The Void Adept, thank you for the bit. I'd like to think after a guilty verdict, it is required by Japanifornia law to have a mandatory raffle for all the evidence. Today's grand prize is the sandals.
Anything that's like cute or useful.
I love Clavia so much.
There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Ms. Tiala?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I genuinely, looking at this character, I expected him to be more of an antagonist, but he's
Yeah.
not.
He's just a
Like-
chill guy.
He's really good looking. He's super chill. He's just a little self-absorbed, but he's smart and he does the right thing. Like it's perfect.
And he's a rock star and a
And he's a
prosecutor at the
rock
same
star.
time.
Papa
He's
bars.
just great.
Papa bars.
He just also has crippling depression.
That we haven't gotten him to admit yet.
Papa bars. Just because he's not going, panties, that doesn't mean that he's not a creep, in my opinion. I understand that you're trying to figure out why he could possibly genuinely be interested in those specific panties that belong to two actual women that he didn't have any right to grab, and that why he would genuinely be interested rather than actually walking up to them and saying, hey, how does that work? See that? Do you understand where the diversion actually starts to take place there, when a reasonable person's actions would differ from a creepy person's actions?
Yeah,
I
at
think
some point, a
the-
normal person would just be like,
Hey.
hey, maybe even if these are like one of the wonders of the world, it's still a pair of panties, and I should probably ask and not steal.
I think this was just something somebody thought would be really funny in a
Yeah,
boardroom.
that's literally all it is
Yeah.
that they thought, hey,
Yeah.
creepy pervert equals funny.
It was not meant to be analyzed this deeply.
You're not meant to
Yeah.
think, oh, this character has some depth. You're meant to think this character's a creep. And he's
Yeah,
lying to
exactly.
himself.
What if, maybe he doesn't sniff him and jerk off, but he's a little too obsessed.
Okay.
A little.
Mr. Juxtapose, thank you for the 10 bits. Moving along. And Vampiro, thank you for the 5 bits.
Yes.
Skip a bit, brother.
Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake.
I will just say,
Mine?
I will just say, I think it's funny that out of all the characters in these games who do awful things, it's always Larry and the other perverts that are like, well, maybe he had a good reason, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Maybe this
Hoo-ha.
dumbass needs another excuse.
Maybe these guys who did obviously creepy
Hoo-ha.
things and deserve to get punished for it actually weren't doing
Hoo-ha.
creepy things.
Just let us punish them.
Thank you, Wildfire BB, for the hoo-ha. Thank you.
Hoo-ha.
Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin.
Oh, it is nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation. Yeah, forehead?
Yo, what the? No fair! Thank you for the hydrate command there, Feeny. Larry is a hoo-ha. He's filling the holes in her testimony.
Oh.
Don't.
See, I told you he speaks in double entendres.
He does!
The defense may begin the cross-examination.
The Maractus Clinic.
And Apollo's like, what? Did I
What
say
did I
something?
say? What?
I just love Martin's immediate don't.
Don't.
So fast.
Went to warn him. After all, I knew Waki had the pistol. The doctor, you knew Waki had the pistol. Doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful as an old friend. I'm gonna press this dark secrets line.
We might be able to present the chart there because she did withhold that.
No, she did. You're right. No dark
was a
secrets,
secret.
eh?
What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing.
She's hiding something. I know it. I must have some evidence that proves it too.
You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind.
Are you writing down these alert things, Marin? Is that what you're writing these things for?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
I was,
All right.
I was wondering what
I was
notifications
like,
I was
why
getting on
are you
Discord.
just quoting things? All right, present this, the chart.
Yeah, I'm gonna say present that.
Oh, hey.
Nice.
Yeah, this chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office.
Yes.
Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't you?
Mind filling me in?
Dr. Maractus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away.
But, Herr Doctor.
And this is where you come in, Miss Tiala.
the nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Waki's failed operation.
Interesting.
You were in the same position as Dr. Maractus. Kinda makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it?
You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that.
Uh,
Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for the chart's contents. This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly. Too bad, little attorney.
Hey, Oh,
He's
Too
just a
bad, little
I'm
guy.
having an
Oh.
awakening.
He likes being called little.
Whoa.
I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me.
Uh-oh.
I wish Karina was here.
My bracelet's
Somebody
reacting
clip
again.
that.
Yeah. What is it, Apollo?
Music's
Your
getting
eyes are all weird and shit. You look. You look like you smoked a lot of weed in the past 10 seconds.
I felt my bracelet vibrate just now.
Me too.
Your bracelet?
The Void Adept, thank you for the bit. Apollo is having a strong call of Justice Salance.
Wee woo, wee woo.
It's just Gumshoe with a flashing light on his head.
A real cop pulls him over and is like, "You can't keep impersonating a cop, Dwight."
Just like yesterday, like you said. When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habit gives them away.
But I can't see anything, Apollo.
Eh? Then what's my bracelet reacting to?
Wait, maybe. Yes, that has to be it.
Papa Boris, thank you for the bit. I'm still 100% convinced Godot and Apollo are the only people in this universe that can shoot lasers from their eyes like Cyclops or Snorlax. I could believe
Probably.
Godot could do it.
What has
I
to be
think-
it?
I don't think Apollo can do it from his eyes. I think that's why he has the hair things.
He shoots them
Touches
Well,
them
and I-
together.
But also,
Yeah.
I think Godot shoots lasers from his visor, not his actual eyes.
right,
Yeah.
like Cyclops, kind of.
Your senses, Apollo.
Or Geordie LaForge.
Much like Georgie LaForge when he shot lasers out of his eyes.
They must be sharper than mine.
Huh?
I can't see it, but you can sense it.
I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything.
Lawyers with special powers?
Huh.
That sounds like bullshit.
I believe Snorlax shoots lasers when he wakes up Thorgrim Funhammer, like in that one,
Like a hyper beam.
the hyper
Yeah,
mode.
yeah, I'm pretty sure Snorlax knows Hyper Beam. Listen
He's-
to me, Apollo.
It takes like 2 turns to charge a hyper beam, right?
I think one turn, and then on the second turn, it actually
Right.
uses it. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony.
So Vampiro just confused me a little bit because he said, man, I love the fact that Iceman from the X-Men movies is in The Boys. And obviously he's referring to the show The Boys. But I know from the comics that Iceman as a character is
Is
gay.
gay.
So I was like, yeah, he is. Wait,
He's in
what?
the boys.
He is in the boys, but which boys?
All of the boys. He's in the boys in the boys.
Yes. Yes.
But we don't know what her nervous habit is.
Her nervous habit is being a biatch.
Up top, Apollo.
Same.
Duskbringer 13, thank you for the 10 bits. Hyper Beam fires instantly, but then it then takes a turn for it to Pokemon recover.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right. Because
okay,
he
that's
like
right.
passes out.
Same.
Well, then what do we do?
Wolverine.
Except
is
instead
bi
of using
and-
Hyper Beam, it's any household task.
Wolverine is bi and an Apolycule. Fun fact.
True.
Yami Kisara. Kisara.
You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo, with your eyes and your senses.
I don't like thinking
Sniff
about
it out.
I don't like thinking about Iceman as being retconned to be gay. You could say, I mean, if it's a retcon for him to be gay, it's a retcon for literally any comic book stuff to have changed in the last 50 years. Like, he's gay.
We all thought we were straight at some point.
Yeah.
That's
I
my
mean, I
feeling.
thought I was
Yeah.
asexual at one point, so
If you
for many
Yeah.
if
years.
you don't think of Iceman as just being gay, I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong. But I
was retconned to be gay in my teens.
I think it's weird to say retcon. Rock Rulin, thank you for the 100 bits. Judge, magic powers like that don't exist, Mr. Justice. Phoenix, you sat here and watched me literally send my ex-girlfriend's ghost back to hell. Judge, I thought we all agreed never to speak of that. Yes,
Martin,
I knew
I'm
what
so
you meant,
sorry.
Vampiro. You meant the actor from the movies was in The Boys. I obviously misunderstood.
Martin, I'm so sorry that I retconned
Ah.
your life.
Then it's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps.
This is my emotional support bracelet.
Somehow, touching it helps me focus.
Azelmagia,
It's a fidget spinner.
Azelmagia, thank you for the 5 bits. Oh boy, it's time to pixel hunt. I usually try to figure Ace Attorney stuff out on my own unless I get really stuck. But the perceived sections usually just have me look up the answer because I don't think you ever get penalized for being wrong. It's just a boring pace breaker. All right, well, we'll keep that in mind. We'll keep
It
that
is
in mind.
really like annoying to have to search like every part of the body through every section.
And for every
Right.
section of the dialogue, yeah.
Thank you, Donut Anon, for cashing in your starters for a turn down for a what? It's funny, I actually got into it. There were people on Facebook commenting about Iceman being gay and how, in their mind, it didn't make any sense because he never acted gay before. And I was like, first of all, what the fuck are you talking about? What is acting gay? And second of all, I found an old comic book page from the 80s of Iceman showing up with the other X-Men and going, ta-da! And I was like, are you kidding me? He didn't act gay? Papa Boris, thank you for the bit. Wait, Iceman is actually gay? I always thought that was just a Family Guy joke. Also, I was watching that Vagina episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridged, and I've always wondered who is that in it. Is that Marin or who was that? You talking about the one with Erin Fitzgerald? I don't know what you mean. I don't know. Either way, yes, Iceman is gay in the comics. It's a thing.
The one that was cackling in the episode 2 vagina was Erin Fitzgerald.
That was Erin Fitzgerald.
Let's give it a shot.
So another X-Men character someone was telling me about who is canonically gay as well, and I can't remember who it was.
Well, you might be thinking of Wolverine and Cyclops being in a throuple with Jean Grey.
No, it was like something from like early X-Men.
Oh, early
Like
X-Men.
decades ago.
Oh, I don't know.
Let's give
Oh,
it a shot.
Mystique?
Mystique, I mean, possibly.
Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony.
Why would I go to the clinic now for a half year? So we're perceiving on one of these?
Yeah.
Because
I
it's
think
lit
it's
up now, I
probably
think
this
we're
one.
perceiving on this.
On
Yeah,
this,
so-
okay.
And
So
it was
click
a
on that.
new.
Click
I
on the
guess.
bracelet.
But she's not like doing anything in her animation, so I
She's
wonder if
not.
it's just something subtle in her face.
Why
No.
would I go to the clinic now
Well, she's not doing anything.
for a half-year-old chart?
Maybe because the first thing.
It's got to be her face or her hands.
Yeah, let's look at her hands because it
watch
was
her
the hands the
hands.
last time.
I'll watch them. Why?
So go down,
would
down,
I-
down, down.
What's up? Sorry.
Go down.
What you
Look at
You
her
saying?
can go
hands.
down and
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I had to actually. I forgot how this worked. I'm
yeah,
so
you have
sorry.
to move it around. No worries.
No, I got.
I'm guessing
Okay,
it's
so
here.
look at her hands.
So let's listen to
there's
it
a-
again.
Yeah, let's look at the ring because that's pretty
Okay.
significant looking.
There it is.
Oh,
Oh,
I got you, you bitch. You dumb
intervention!
bitch.
Intervention! Intervention!
Why go to the clinic for a half-year-old chart now, you ask? Yeah. But you know why you would go now, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was quite clear, Miss Tiala. You have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddled. You used your right thumb to fiddled with your ring.
I love fiddleding.
Fiddle-dee-dee.
What?
She was unsure. I saw it. Now, that's the key word.
What a weird way of doing this.
This shard wasn't part of your past. It was a clear and present threat.
That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it.
Indeed.
Huh?
Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that shard a problem for you now. I've got her on the ropes now, I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow with my eyes. Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this.
This one?
Probably.
Because he would have died before she could cash in the insurance?
That or, like, he would have known she was involved.
Oh, right.
A health checkup
Probably.
report belonging to the defendant. The Kitakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this?
Stella Coyote, thank you for the 50 bits. That was a great story involving Northstar, Marvel's first openly gay hero, confessing his feelings for Iceman and Iceman gently turning him down. It was a good story because it was very different from Iceman's usual jerkish behavior because he legitimately didn't want to hurt the guy's feelings. Comics has this weird thing of not using established characters and instead reinventing, retconning the bigger names in the franchise.
It's frustrating because it's one of those like razor blades that you have to balance on as like an investor, where you have to consider it is a risk to tell a story about a experience that is not the norm. And in order to do that with the most amount of interest, sometimes it's easiest to pick something that is established as a vehicle to tell that story because you already have the established fan base. But I totally get the frustration of like, why don't we just make new characters? Because like, then it's just, it is frustrating because like, as somebody who has no experience in comics, like I have no idea where to start sometimes. I honestly don't think I have the patience for comics, honestly. But
And
like,
Same. I couldn't do it, I don't
To
think.
give Marvel some credit, they have been creating a lot more original gay
Oh, yeah.
heroes these days.
yeah, it's totally like it was more of a thing, I want to say maybe in the early aughts, but now I think like, we've shown that like, especially now that a lot of comics can be released digitally, it's not as difficult, or there's not as small of a gate to get through, I think, if you want to make a comic about something.
And really, my biggest issue with them revealing Iceman to be gay was the way they did it, because they literally had like, I don't know if it was Jean Grey, but it was I think it was Jean Grey. It was one of the psychic mutants. She literally just read his mind and was like, okay, you're gay and I'm outing you. And it's like, what? No.
Oh, that's fucked up.
That's fucked up. Anyway.
Wait, what? Sorry.
Oh, the way they revealed that Iceman Bobby Drake was gay was I think Jean Grey read his mind and literally was like, oh, you're gay. Okay, everybody
Oh,
needs to
that's
know
right.
this. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. No, I didn't like that.
Time displaced Jean. Yeah, it was weird. It was very poorly handled. I just want to clarify that I like the decision personally to make Iceman gay. I don't think it's a bad choice, but they did it. They revealed it very poorly. Not very well handled.
What did you think when you heard about this?
Oh, nothing. Why should I think anything?
Oh? I would think you were positively beside yourself. Because you were afraid. You knew what Waki's chest x-ray would reveal.
Ugh.
A full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free. When the chart came back to haunt you.
Papa Bar is saying with a bit, Super Crooks has a gay hero in it, and it wasn't a big deal or anything. They just treated it like it was another guy, and that is how it should be, not some fanfare. I mean, I don't have a problem with fanfare. Like, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that. I think it can, you can force anything in a piece of media, but I don't think downplaying it is necessarily better than celebrating something. I feel bad for talking like this all the way over her being destroyed emotionally.
Whatever. She deserves it.
It's fine.
This case is not engaging.
That's all, Your
She's
Honor.
just- She's just standing there like that.
Garrett Arcane, thank you for the 100 bits. Now imagine you're playing this game after taking some LSD to calm down and you start seeing this background. Would you feel like a smoothie? I would feel like a smoothie.
Did you take some LSD, Garrett?
And Wildfire BB, thank you for the 10 bits. I like how DC handles Tim Drake's coming out arc. Very tactfully done and sweet. Yes, everything I've seen from that has been really, really sweet.
Is that the one? What about the one? No, Tim Drake is.
Tim
Oh,
Drake
they both
is...
are DC.
Yes,
I was thinking about what about bisexual
the
Superman?
Superman.
That's
Yeah,
the son. Is that the same thing?
I believe... I mean, is Tim Drake... we're not talking about the same one, are we?
No, I didn't think so.
I don't think that those aren't the same characters. Tim Drake is like Robin / maybe Batman. I don't read DC.
Yeah.
Has he become Batman at this point? Is he Red Hood?
We should pay attention to the game.
Sorry.
You know, it's sad when I'm like, we should pay attention to the
A
game.
rare statement from Marin.
You guys have no idea how hard it is to keep myself on task when I'm working all day.
No, it's my
And
bad too.
Marin's like Marvel. Let's play the game.
And this is the problem, right?
Homosexuals in DC, come on, guys, we're off topic.
This is the problem, though. Like, X-Men, there's so many characters to talk about that it does derail even this game that has nothing to do with X-Men.
or gays. No, that's
Well,
not
hang
true.
on. Yeah.
I saw a Tumblr post that was like, 2 men could literally have sex on screen in a Marvel movie, and I still would not consider it gay representation.
Mr. Juxtapose, thank you for the 10 bits. This discussion just has Tiala looking disappointedly at the screen. It really does. And
At
Papa
this
Boris,
point, I'm gonna need Disney to show gay sex on screen before I give them any more credit.
and Papa Boris, thank
Right.
you for the 1 bit. No, what I mean as fanfare is the whole look, we have a gay character now, give us cash. Celebrating it is something I am all for, but I don't like focus on it as if it's some new thing or you're being innovative or something. I'm not good with words. Am I coming across right? I mean, it's the only thing.
Disney has been doing that shit for
They-
sure.
Oh,
Disney
Yeah.
absolutely is guilty of that. And I don't want to get too far into this just because we've already talked extensively about fucking Iceman. But it
And
is,
Iceman fucking.
there is
I
a-
just hate that people think that somebody doing like a throwaway like line about my wife or something like that,
Yeah.
or having background characters doing a kiss is any actual
representation.
thing to be applauded anymore.
Like,
Like,
Yeah.
Give me
ultimately,
a fucking break.
yeah, I do agree with you, Papa Boris, inherently that yeah, just having it there for the sake of being like, look, we did a good thing. Now it means nothing, you know, at the end of the
That
day.
shot at the end of Star Wars with the 2 women kissing is just so abrupt and out of nowhere and is awkward. I'm like, what are you doing? This
Yeah.
should have been
And they could have just had Finn and Poe do it.
Yes, exactly. Like you had the gays, you just used the wrong ones.
Vampiro, thank you for the 5 bits. I bring up Iceman from the boys and I somehow derail the stream for 30 minutes. It's okay, it happens. It happens. That's all, Your Honor.
What just happened?
That's what everyone in the chat's saying.
Iceman, Marvel, I don't understand. Who are
Garrett-
these boys?
Garrett Arcane, thank you for the 50 bits, and I'll read your message. We should move on from the topic just because we are talking a lot about it. A worryingly large amount of modern media has been treating it as this person's a guy, that one is a woman, and this person over here is our contractually obligated the gay. Hell, some of the best representation I've seen was largely just a brief and warm demonstration, and even if it felt token, was in Lightyear recently. You know,
Yeah.
Marin, you even had this reaction. I thought Jungle Cruise had pretty good gay I mean, not great gay representation, but the one character being gay and The Rock literally, like, cheersing him when he revealed it. I thought that was kind of a sweet little inclusion there.
Yeah, I
Like-
mean, it's nice if like the thing is like it's nice to see characters self-identify as homosexual and it not being
Yeah.
a big deal.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see like little moments of flirtation, but it has to be something that follows through. And then it also like has to be because otherwise you're running into the whole queer baiting thing as well. And
Yeah.
like I don't know. Like I'm not
It's a
saying
lot,
every
it's a
movie
lot.
needs to show open-mouthed kissing or anything like that in order for me to be satisfied, obviously. I don't want Jungle Cruise to be about open mouth kissing, but like,
I want my goddamn Jungle Cruise.
but also like, I don't want to be like, oh yay, Disney, you fucking did it.
Way to go,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
You
'cause,
discovered
like,
the
again, that's
gays.
something that can just be edited out, you know.
They didn't.
And then
Stella
if they're
Kale-
actively discouraging it, because we don't know what was cut or what was
Yeah.
originally in the script, you know.
Stella Coyote, he doesn't say I am gay in Jungle Cruise. He just makes it very clear when talking to The Rock that he was not interested in women. He specifically, I can't remember the exact phrase he used, but it was along the lines
Rock
of.
was like, "Do you like football or softball?" And the guy was like, "Softball" or whatever.
I mean, it wasn't exactly like that, but it was
not literally.
very
it was a
similar.
metaphor.
But it was very clearly him saying I am gay. Papa Boris, thank you for the bit. Also, incidentally, if you liked The Boys, then you'll love Super Crooks. It's on Netflix. I recommend. It's very good. Our roommate is in it. Bill, our roommate, is one of
Oh,
the characters
yeah,
in the
that's
dub. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Did the witness just admit to lying?
Did she?
We don't remember.
I don't remember.
We really should move on.
I sensed it.
Hoo-ha!
There was a great aura
Hoo-ha.
emanating from her forehead.
And a
Hoo-ha.
strong weed smell.
And a
I was
hoo-ha.
looking inside of his bulging eyes.
Silic Dev, thank you for cashing in your star chips for a hoo-ha. Are you okay there, Marin?
I was just oozing sexual energy.
Our roommate plays the ghost. Ghost, I think, is his name in Super Crooks.
I know nothing about Super Crooks aside from Bill.
Bill is in it.
Very cool.
Papa Boris, thank you for cashing in your star chips for a free real estate.
You know Bill Butts? Very cool.
Clavia.
Oh, that's still me. So the lady was lying, it seems.
That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Maractus Clinic,
Shit.
but her connection was deep indeed. A bit too deep.
And I love going deep, but that
Damn
is
it.
too deep.
If the Kitaki's got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala? Look, he's holding it. He's like, look at this box.
Don't threaten me with that. You guessed it.
Beautiful Clavier. Make out with me.
Order! Order!
I don't think I thanked Papa Boris for the free real estate, but thank you.
I did it. I broke her testimony.
Amazing, Apollo. I didn't see it at all.
The backbreaker.
Daddy was right about you. You're kinda dumb, but you have your uses. Wait,
Huh?
Miss Tiala? It's true, that chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all.
Phyrexian Rogue. Bill Butts, is that Larry's even creepier uncle or something? No, that's our roommate.
No, don't do this to Bill.
Oh, no.
No.
I told him about Walkie and went home.
Slam. Oh, look at his blue eyes. Let's just take a moment to appreciate the gorgeous hazel smolder. It appears the cross-examination is far from over.
And his 7-foot arm.
What?
All the better to get deep. I can dump my dump meals from so far with these long arms. He hid the truth from us. I just made a very esoteric reference. I'm sorry. She hid the truth from us. This is clear. Yet.
It's esoteric, even though you said specifically what you were referencing.
A very specific internet video.
It is not clear that this is true. It is not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand.
Papa Boris, I mean, it's not that we hate Larry, and I don't want to get on a whole a new Larry rant, but
We already talked about Larry.
Larry is a creep. That's why,
Why
we
do
hate
we
him.
have to restate why we hate Larry every time?
Every single
He's
stream.
weird.
He hits on young girls. Every girl, every person that identifies as a woman, he has to hit on, and it's weird.
Can we just have like a pre-recorded like
Oh.
explanation of why we
Oh
hate
my
Larry?
God.
And
Wait. Can we do the
No.
exclamation point Larry command?
yeah,
Papa Boris, thank you for the bit.
we might need that.
Papa Boris, thank you for the bit. Beautiful eyes, just like I heard from my brother before. And you are quoting Yakuza 3. Yes, you're quoting Kiryu's dad's brother.
Yeah, Papa Boris quotes Yakuza 3. You get that. Papa Boris quotes you, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Because why would I watch my own stuff? Rock Rulin, thank you for the 10 bits. We don't hate
It's
Larry.
a perfect circle because since Martin has also been quoted by Yakuza.
Oh, God.
So much jerking
We will get.
in this circle.
I'm gonna hit the escape button. There we go. I've gone.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Too horny.
Rock Rulin, thank you for the 10 bits. What? We don't hate Larry, but we sure as hell kink shame him into the ground. There you go.
Yeah.
And Wildfire VV, thank you for the 10 bits. We hate Larry because he's a pervy creep and deserves to die in a ditch. That's all. There you go. And Garrett Arcane, thank you for the 50 bits. Given his reputation in these Justice streams, why not just add a damn it Larry Starship Redeem?
Ooh.
I feel like just like a chat command would be good.
Maybe a bonk, Larry.
He bonked it.
Very well. The witness will add this to her testimony.
Zero. It drives me crazy. Like, sorry for the extra tangent, but it drives me crazy when we are like, he hit on an underage girl, and people are like, he didn't know she was underage, and it's like, are you fucking kidding? Does that matter?
Yeah. I mean, like, why are you hitting on your friends?
Why hit on a person you perceive to be a girl just immediately?
And we'll have a bit more cross-examination.
Grr, I was so close.
You're still close. Keep on her, Apollo.
Thank you for bonking Marin Abyssal Soul Gaming.
What?
What? All right, so we got nothing happened at all, and I warned him and left.
There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him.
And thank you for bonking me, Stella Coyote. What?
There's bonking Larry.
And thank you for the hydrate command there, Garrett.
See, Annie, I wanted Larry to fuck Oldbag. That's the only person I want Larry to fuck. I
Yeah.
think
That's what
they'd
he
be great for
deserves.
each other.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
Time to
We're
figure
gonna
out.
have to like come up with an Ace Attorney for a specific fuck, marry, kill.
Time to figure out what really happened at that clinic, and fast.
I do think it's interesting to note that we have so many people say, but why hate Larry? And literally nobody ever questions why we'd hate Oldbag, even though all she does is talk a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's grumpy and a little like airheaded.
Nobody would question it though. You go to the clinic. We're just questioning the nothing happened at all, I guess.
Whatever
I think we
was
can
just added.
because she warned him and left, but there was the. So she admitted she got the chart, right?
Right.
But the safe
What did
must
we
have been
get
open at the
today?
time that the bullet
Oh, the bullet hole.
was shot. So I think it's the bullet because it must have been shot while she was there.
It's the only possible way it could have happened because it
Oh.
wasn't on the outside.
It was
It
alright,
was when
yeah.
she opened the safe, and she's the only person who could have opened it. So
Right.
there you go. Oldbag is kind of a creep to Edgeworth. It's true.
You say nothing happened.
Yeah,
in the-
but Edgeworth is not a 9-year-old girl. He can handle himself.
Yeah, he turns her down pretty
Or
hard.
at least he should be able to handle himself.
You
Yeah,
say
it's,
nothing. You say
Power
nothing.
dynamic.
You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this.
Duskbringer, thank you for the 10 bits. Most tiresome combo, Larry and Oldbag in same case. That's why that last case of that Investigations 1 game was awful.
God.
That's not the only reason, but it's one of them.
Oh yeah, very tiring. But that's why they're meant for each other.
What's that? It looks like a squished up ball of clay.
Carmine Gal says, just maybe don't harass people regardless of age and gender. There you go.
Also a good point.
And Wildfire VB says, thank you for the 10 bits. I hate Larry because he's a perv. I hate Oldbag because she's a stalker. I hate Kudo because he's a creep. But I hate Dahlia because she created Godot, and I can't forgive her for that. That's absolutely
She
valid.
created Godot
She created him.
And I hate
from
Godot.
this table. Yeah.
We're
like
very grumpy today.
we are grumpy, aren't we?
Kind of like you, actually.
This bullet was found in the Maractus Clinic office.
You're a squished
And
little
also, how
guy.
dare you?
Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala. Kore, what happened?
Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic.
Nah, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe.
Inside the safe?
How come they didn't look in the safe?
Fuck.
They tried one code and they were just like,
They
well,
give up?
I give up.
Ah.
It wasn't 1, 2, 3, 4, so I don't know what it could be.
I'm out. Fuck.
I guess the police didn't check that far.
Book.
Hang on. But there is a problem.
How can you say that bullet was fired on that day?
I get they couldn't open it any Manus, but the fact that we could open it with like basically a single attempt, you know,
Yeah, all we did was use the. I mean, two numbers were already in it, but we did just use the fingerprint powder on it.
and they were, and hang on, they were the correct numbers, so the police
Yeah.
didn't touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Hoo-ha.
What would have been really funny is if we had to lift toe prints off of it.
Oh god, Osparden, thank you for the
We're
hoo-ha.
like, we're like, these toe prints match the shoes.
Can we just look at how beautiful Clavier's hand animation is, though? Like, damn.
They're saying they probably
Look-
couldn't search it because they didn't have a warrant. I guess you're right.
Look at that gorgeous.
There was a murder.
There was a murder there. It feels like they should have had a warrant, and they're
Yeah,
acting like
I don't know if a warrant is relevant at that point.
they're acting like they investigated it and found nothing, but like they didn't even touch.
Also, I don't think warrants exist in this world.
Oh, that's true.
People just go wherever they want and they just snoop wherever the fuck they want.
No
What's a
loving.
They were
warrant?
just being lazy.
It just seems crazy that we could stumble upon the passcode and the police couldn't figure it out. That's my only
Yeah,
feeling.
right.
Guys, I was trying to point out Clavier's hand cleavage.
Oh, I was looking.
Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? The pistol was taken from the Kitaki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged in that office on the day of the murder.
Dots. Not bad here, forehead.
Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately.
Honestly, Zero, yeah, the cops being incompetent, it explains everything in these games.
Yeah.
The cops were like, "This safe is probably okay."
Like I should.
They
if,
let Gumshoe be a detective.
if I was going to criticize the game for being like we figured it out, why couldn't the police? That applies to every case. L Train, thank you for the 10 bits. The police tried to open the safe, but Emma hoarded all the fingerprint powder, and no one could be bothered to go get more.
to be
and
fair,
Papa-
that's why you have a lawyer,
has an
though, because the
addiction.
police suck.
Papa Boris, thank you for the bit. You can go wherever you want so long as Gumshoe is there to let you pass. Or Emma from this point on. Bring back Gumshoe, damn it, Capcom, you pussies.
Yes.
30 minutes later, a report arrives. The rifling marks
30
on
minutes later, after they're done talking about X-Men.
the
Judge
rifling
is
marks.
like, I just really like Mystique, okay?
The rifling marks on both bullets are identical. Rock Rulin, thank you for the 10 bits. Finally, a prosecutor that doesn't spend the entire trial treating the defense as a useless space filler. It is nice.
That's because Apollo doesn't fill much space to begin with. He's just a little guy.
Oh, ayo.
Heyo.
Well, it seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon.
Huh.
Perhaps the defense would like to state their position.
Poseidon, I'm a big fan of Jaded Emma. Her chomping on the chips is really funny.
I love her.
The bullet in that safe proves one fact. A
There was
pistol,
a bullet in the safe.
a pistol was fired in that office on that day. On that day. And at that time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained the top secret chart.
Short.
You think someone was threatening Dr. Maractus? In order to open the safe?
Garrett Arcane, thank you for the 50 bits. You three have made me use precious neural material on this. If you do an F, marry, kill, then it would have to be F Godot, marry Mia. Her channeling would allow you to date any woman in history. Oh.
Wow, so you
what?
literally just want to use her body?
Oh,
Is
God.
Mia not good enough for you?
And I still want to kill
Mia
Larry.
herself, and then that's not good enough.
And I still want to kill
That
Larry.
woman would peg you.
Not
She's
because
everything you need.
not because he's a bad guy, but I guarantee that if he farts in a fair, he'll be indicted for about 30 minutes, 14 robberies, and a
30
kidnapping.
murders.
Despite standing alone in the walkway, I have better things to do with my time.
Also, our fuck, marry, kill from before was between Old Bag, Lotta, and Larry. So you have to work within those boundaries.
Did you say this?
What about
Yes, I believe so.
Phoenix Miles Clavier.
Oh shit.
Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala.
Fuck Clavier. Ooh. Well, wait.
I think Phoenix is getting killed.
The Phoenix is getting killed, but I don't. I think it's fuck Miles, marry Clavier actually.
Whoa, well,
Because I was gonna say marry Miles for the money, but Clavier's got money.
yeah, Clavier's got money, and Clavier's probably better in bed than Miles.
Yeah, so that's why I would just fuck Miles the one time.
Yeah. Just get it over with.
Get it over with.
But also, we also know Phoenix can't be killed, so
You stab him in the heart, and he's like, achoo.
yeah, basically. You
Oh
stab him in
my
the heart
God.
and he sprains his ankle.
Oh, wow.
Papa Boris, thank you for the bit. I want there to be a bit where it fades out and says 30 minutes later and it fades in. Judge, what? You're crazy. Scene fades in. Judge, how can you not like ice cream? Ice cream is delicious. Clavier, too cold. It hurts my teeth. Apollo, wait, when did we start talking about this?
Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness?
Alita Tiala knew about Wakikitaki's botched operation.
I think I agree with you, by the way. Susie. That's
What
my
if-
ranking.
What if you pick Clavier to marry based on that expectation, but then you actually sleep with him and he just cries?
Or he just is an actual like robot or a Ken doll. He has nothing down there at all.
Oh no.
He
Well,
just
he's got the
charges-
hands. It's okay because he's got the hands.
Oh, that's true.
Wakikitaki's botched operation is a bit of a mouthful.
She got engaged to him without telling him about it.
Rock Rulin, thank you for the 10 bits. Are you accusing the witness? Reminds me of how many times the witness has turned out to be the murderer now? Remind me how many times the witness has turned out to be the murderer now?
As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered.
Thank you for the head pat, Wildfire, Vivi.
What if she married him and then the bullet finally reached its destination?
I'm not afraid of getting head pats or giving.
What?
That reminds me. Apparently, the Kitakis have been asserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money, a fortune, if you will.
Nefarious. So she planned to marry him just to get her hands on this fortune?
I mean, Soupy should be accused of that.
What?
Because when they're trying to marry Clavier for his fortune?
Oh,
Papa
Or
Boris.
Miles.
Or Miles.
but also for his ability
Uh-huh.
to rock our world for the rest of our lives.
Sure.
True.
We were gonna marry Miles for the money.
Papa Boris, thank you for the bit. Kill Edgeworth, fuck Edgeworth, marry Edgeworth. I'm a necrophile with commitment issues. Sue me.
You know Miles would be a fucking freaking bed though.
You
He'd be a
keep talking
dog.
trash about my Alita! And I farted! And I'll sue
Oh.
you, lawyer man!
He
You can't
outfarted
bring
Larry.
explosives into the courtroom like this.
Huh? Me? Yeah!
Soul
You
Watson
said!
is
You
correct.
said you'd abuse my Alita! I think you mean accuse. Same difference! Well, you can't have her! Thank you for the head pat! She's mine! It was me! I shot that doctor! Me! Naruto! He left me to die,
Believe it.
so I left him to die too. So there in that park. Waki, just cool down a second. You keep your hands off my Alita, or I'll
Pronouns.
fart again.
Oh.
Oh, we get an evil laugh.
Soupy's getting an evil laugh.
T. Miss Tiala? I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've laughed so hard.
Something funny.
Walkie. Wake up and smell reality.
Alita-chan.
Garrett Arcane, thank you for the 150 bits. Why does Waki look like he took some time off from being a Yu-Gi-Oh protagonist to be an issue in this case? He does have Yu-Gi-Oh vibes, doesn't he? He's definitely
Yeah.
he belongs in Zexal.
The signature on the chart, the engagement. I mean, come on, it's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself.
Alita.
Martin's trying to act with the Naruto voice. That must be so hard. Your honesty is like a breath of foul air, Fraulein.
Papa Boris, thank you for the
Fought it.
Papa Boris, thank you for the 5 bits. Okay, annoying as hot-headed Waki is, he'd make a damn good husband. Guy would go to prison for his partner. That's admirable, maybe to a fault though. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
I would-
admirable.
It's not that he would go to prison for his partner, it's that he would do a crime that would get him in prison.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Azalmagia, thank you for the 5 bits. Sure is Dahlia in here.
Someone smell that.
Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway.
So the family fortune is what you're really after.
That's right, I wanted the money.
The money.
Money.
No way! That's whack! I ain't trying to hear that!
Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well,
Yeah, Dog J, dang it, Waki.
should
We're
have gone
trying,
to Vegas.
we're trying to help you. Why are you being so stubborn? And wow, if you fail to notice anything wrong before now, I have to worry about you. Yeah, he's very oblivious.
He's basically the college-age Phoenix, right?
He's that. He's
of this
exactly
game.
that. And nobody would call him admirable.
By the way, can I ask you a question?
Who, me?
I believe you said you were going to abuse me.
Papa Boris, thank you for the 5 bits. She's after Steve Harvey's mustache. She'll burn for this, burn in prison. I appreciate you making the family fortunes connection there.
Gay love making.
Accuse.
Of what crime, might I ask?
Huh?
Oh, I'm a bad girl, sure. I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I'd already left the clinic. She's saying
What?
that as if he's smart enough for that.
Yeah, right?
What?
Also, we were there when it happened.
I would never do a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat.
Wait, were we there when it happened?
Well, we were there when she was in the safe, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, because remember, like,
Like,
we had
the
just gotten
break.
into the room when someone had escaped through the window.
The window, yeah.
Wait, but
What are you talking about?
Trucy.
Snoopy's acting today.
You had the most to lose if that chart was found. But I didn't have a pistol, now did I? Well, you could have taken Walkie's. Because Walkie was arrested by that point.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Who else could it have been? You'd think he'd have mentioned that, no?
Strategy.
All I've heard him say is, it was me, I shot him.
That's only because he's trying to protect you.
Sorry to use my slappy hand in this conversation.
Slappy
You just
hand.
ever imagine that, like when he does that animation and his arm's super long, it just flails.
Look at that
hand to clear
Gah.
his tongue. Yeah, there it is. Oh, look at that little hand butthole right there. Oh, yeah.
The hussy?
The hebussy. Well, it would be a palm, wouldn't it? So I guess
The
that would
hand
just be
pussy.
No.
The two of you are forgetting one critical point. The clavasi.
What? What point?
Certainly. Certainly, the Fraulein wanted that chart. You assume she threatened the doctor into but then you assume she threatened the doctor into opening that safe. But then, wouldn't she have taken the chart?
Rock Ruland, thank you for the 10 bits. Phoenix is sitting in the audience like, why does this all seem so familiar and making me hungry? He like looks at a woman's necklace and goes, you gonna eat that?
She's just like, she's just like, no. And he's like, oh, good.
He takes it off.
Right off of her neck.
Just very quickly.
Oh.
You see, look at this sprite. Oh. That chart wouldn't have been left in that safe. I'm just barking. Don't mind me. Bark.
Bark, bark, bark. Ah!
He's right.
It's real weird to bark at myself.
Miss Tiala.
Papa Boris, thank you for the 5 bits. Martin, can we get a beautiful eyes redeem? I want Joji in this, even though he's the reason Rikia died, and I'll never forgive him for that. I can't deny that line is brilliant. I'm gonna say no.
Oh, what?
It's a Yakuza 3 thing.
Oh,
Yes.
Yakuza 3 is like my least favorite of them, so...
damn.
It is clear to this court that you are not a very good fiance.
Wow!
We are arresting you for bad fiance crimes.
Damn, I didn't even know that was on the table.
Oh, I'm flattered. Perhaps it's time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day.
Damn it! I thought we were done. Don't forget.
Don't forget.
Oh,
Don't forget that this is me, but it panned over to Apollo for some reason.
Apollo really just wants to reinforce.
wait, what the
I'm
hell?
pretty sure that was supposed to
That-
be Apollo's line, but
that
it
was-
said
Yeah.
Clearly Apollo's line. Hey,
Don't forget to write Apollo here.
Thank you, translators and
We've-
localizers. We appreciate your work.
Thank you.
We've proven that you were at the Maractus Clinic on the day of the crime.
The Maractus Clinic 2.
2. Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor.
How are we feeling, by the way? Because we're at 3 hours. I don't know how far we are from the end. I'm doing okay. So if we want to keep going, we can, but I just don't know how you guys are feeling. Because we just started this.
I could go a little longer if Marin can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like this is the end of it.
It feels
Okay.
like it, right?
Yeah, so
I can check to see how many testimonies there are left.
Thank you for the
looks like
hydrate
there's
command,
two.
Amiyami 4.
There's 2 testimonies, and then we just scooch on out to the rest of the through the rest.
We're
of
like
the
an
game,
hour
so-
away. We've got an hour or an hour and a half. We can get through
Oh,
this testimony.
That sounds about right, probably.
We can get through this testimony bit maybe and then call it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
'cause I
Okay.
wanna
And then
buy a
remind
couch.
me between today and our next session to talk about characters from the next case.
Good night,
To be
Badinsis.
prepared.
Okay. Oyasumi nasai.
Did you say this?
Yes. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it. So I went back to the clinic later.
Vampiro, thank you for the 5 bits. We gotta make up for me derailing the stream with my Iceman talk. Hey, to be fair, I derailed the stream. Let's be honest. And Garrett Arcane, thank you for the 100 bits. They bring it up bad romances so often that you'd think Lady Gaga could sue, but I wager that it's just a regular occurrence in the courtroom. After all, happy relationships don't exactly end with blood on your hands. I'd say metaphorical blood, but nobody hired in the right anything agency for it. Hires the right anything agency for other crimes. It's true. And Papa Boris, thank you for the 5 bits. Say hi. Hey, so about Iceman.
In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof that I stole that pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not.
Ooh.
You went back later? That jar was dangerous, you understand. I needed to get rid of it, and that's why I went that day.
Dangerous.
But you couldn't get the chart then, could you?
And later that night, Dr. Maractus was shot. I heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back.
Deuce, thank you for the 3 bits. Penis. Okay.
Someone clip that.
Telling the facts.
What was that?
No easy feat with the cops all over the place.
Ah, that was you?
Told ya.
Thump.
Apollo, that sound. It came from behind this door.
Someone's in there. A break-in. They left through that window. So you were the burglar.
Yeah, they never called the police, did they?
That was weird.
That was you two? If only I had one more minute.
What?
Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart.
Just Ellie86, thank you for cashing in your starters for a proto badger. You didn't quite scare me, but
What? That's trespassing. And brazen at that. Oh, is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself.
I thought this was America.
They are gangsters, you know. In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination.
Admitting the little crime to avoid the big one, huh?
Papa Boris, thank you for the 5 bits. So hey, so Martin, here's a potential redeem idea. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but something to consider. If you ever want to change things up, I don't want to seem like going above my station. I'll have a look at it. What is it?
Time to repent your sins.
Okay. No. Sorry.
What is it?
It's a clip of God of War Ned Flanders hitting Homer Simpson.
Oh.
The Maractus Clinic 2. We just pressing?
I think so.
Okay, well, I'll start from the beginning.
Thank you, Vampiro.
Why that day?
That brat was uncontrollable. He was ready to kill. And that would bring in the police. And that chart would become evidence. And I'd be hung out to dry. But the police didn't check the safe, did they?
Well, they thought the crime scene was the park.
I'll make sure the responsible parties feel the heat. Such sloppiness won't be tolerated, yeah.
Garrett Arcane, thank you for the 100 bits. A part of me imagines that the modern story of Phoenix Wright came to a plot closed due to house arrest. Officer, what have we done? No matter wherever you or someone who knows you goes, somebody dies. We're just trying to contain a force of nature, that being plot thickening faster than gumbo.
I'm kind of thankful for that sloppiness myself, actually.
He likes some sloppy.
I like to choose my redeems myself, guys. I understand people like making suggestions, but it's ultimately my stream and I dress it up how I like to.
Later?
When I heard what happened, well, I was too scared to do anything that day. So I waited until the day after. The 16th, was it? Of course, you and that meddling kid had to get in my way. But why did Dr. Maractus keep that chart around?
Garrett Arcane, thank you for cashing in your started for a
Ooh-ha. Ooh-ha.
9 times out of 10, if you suggest a redeem to me and I don't find it funny, I won't use it. And the problem is, I don't find much funny.
It's true. He's very mean.
I'm very mean when it comes. Here's the thing: if people try and make me laugh, I'm like, okay, try.
Come on, Chester.
A pleasure to make your ass quake.
The Mad Magnus, thank you for subscribing with Prime.
Attempt it, pleb.
It was clearly dangerous for him. He could have burned it. Because he's a coward. The chart was his insurance. Insurance? My signature on that chart, to be more specific. That made sure I couldn't betray him.
But you could have stolen it.
You did break me with the Digimon origin story, Void Adept. I have a feeling you weren't
That
trying
was-
to make.
That was really funny.
I have a feeling you weren't trying to make me laugh.
Could have? Is this some new definition of proof?
We'll ask Waki. He'll tell us.
Might I remind you that this is a cross-examination? You might want to keep your baseless theories to yourself.
He's right, isn't he?
Heard
Okay.
that before.
We're not getting much out of this, are we? You've heard what? Me going, What?
A little guy going in response to something. Yes.
Yeah, but,
But what? You have nothing to say. This case is over. It was over the moment that brat was seen in the park. What's the point in dragging it out any further?
It must be this one then. Wait, how
Probably.
is she supposed to know about the temple thing? I mean, she must know about it.
the doctor was shot in the right temple, yes?
So it seems.
Let's review the facts again, shall we? If the killer shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead.
I like how they act like nobody has ever turned their head for just
Never.
no reason at all.
I know, right?
However, the entry wound was in the right temple.
Yes, we heard that testimony on this yesterday
From that weirdo.
from the weird guy. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here.
Why did Pal Maracas steal the noodle stand again?
Man, what a bunch of suck-ups.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't know if we've gotten into that, have we?
L Train 4444. Thank you for the 100 bits from a noodle stand to a hype train. Oh, noodle train. Hype stand. We're on a level
Soup
1
train.
hype train. Soup train.
Soup?
Just before the gun
Oh.
was fired, something I didn't
He
quite
shouted.
catch.
He turned.
Sorry.
The victim turned.
The victim turned his head to look and was shot.
Yeah, wasn't he on the other side?
That's
Well-
what they ended up proving.
Yeah. Maybe he's going to explain that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, here it is.
But that testimony was proven to be a lie. Our egregious panty-snatching Mr. Stickler did witness the crime.
What the fuck is a snickler?
Panty statching Mr. Snickler.
But he was
I hate
standing to the
statues.
north next to the trash can where he tossed those panties. If Mr. Snickers bar shouted from this location, the bullet couldn't hit his right temple. Thank you, Shimohi Kagami, for the 420 bits. Your favorite number of bits to give, because amusing number. Oh, we love a good 420.
Nice.
I do love a good 420.
Is it nice? Should we just go dank?
Dank.
Dank.
Dang.
Silly attorney.
Oh.
Silly little guy.
L Train, thank you for the 100 bits. Lemony Snicklers, a series of unfortunate events. A series of unfortunate panties. And Vampiro, thank you for gifting a sub to Empress Ariana. Ariana Grande. And Vampiro, thank you for the 100 bits. Korewa Iceman, whoa! Thank you for the 100 bits. And oh my gosh, Garrett Arcane, thank you for gifting 20 subs. To Chestan117, to Hooded Mountain Goat, to Haslove, to Puster00, to Gably Max, to Railstorm2, to Razor Swift, to Buggy J, to Dzeef, to Douglas, to Cornflex, to Hipster Vermelho, to Guardian Master, to Hirokage23, to Spledge1506, to Jaspy1, to Lita Dragoon, to Akio Owl, to the Tetsman, to Nemo Everlight, and to Georgios TR1. Thank you so much for opening up
We're
the gates.
already ready for kisses.
The gates of Bootylon. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Mr. Juxtapose, thank you for the 69 bits. Hype train, yes indeed. Nice. All right, I may as well skip the hype train animations and just go right to the kissing.
Hell yeah.
Let's look.
Hold it!
There you go. They be kissing.
Oh.
They do be kissing.
And L Train 4444, thank you for the 5 bits. Okay, that's the first time I've ever seen that sub graphic. That is magnificent. I'm glad you think so. We had to do it because I kept getting derailed by Yugi going, thanks for the gift, over and over again. So I had to create a multi-sub alert, and I think I chose wisely. What? Thank you for getting us a level 5 hype train.
You remember what you had for breakfast that morning?
And that's from the Keijo anime, by the way. Garrett Arcane, thank you for the 100 bits. Is it a proper LK stream if we can't play Bombs of Revealing Light? Oh no, I would be frozen in place for 3 turns by that. Yeah. Do you remember, Trucy?
I always have a glass of milk for breakfast. What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can only be one explanation. The panties guy was mistaken.
Wait, hold
And
up.
also a creep.
Actually, let me make sure I do have the the Yugi gift sub redeem on, because I don't know if I do. Sorry, really quickly. Ooh. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves while I check this, because I'm curious.
Pegging, am I right?
No,
You are right.
you are correct.
I am
You are technically correct.
I do feel bad though. I haven't touched my fanfic in like weeks.
I'm telling you, we gotta do that bottle doubling thing where it's just we both sit down and we
It's
write porn at the
true.
same time and just keep each other on
true.
track.
You know, okay, so I need to be real.
There we go.
I need to be real. I'm struggle busting right now because we bought this couch, right, last year.
Struggle bussing.
Well, I'm struggle busting because so when we first moved into this place, we bought a couch online and it sucked. And so we got rid of it because like, you know, especially when you move in and immediately COVID happens, you need to have a decent couch. So then we decided
You're gonna be spending a lot of time there.
Yeah, so we got another we got armchairs to replace that couch. And then we also got like a sofa bed. And now we're starting to use the sofa bed more, and it's just not comfortable. It's made for people who are half my size. So, because, you know, it was a budget thing. We're not preparing to fucking buy another couch. And now I'm like, fuck, I have an adult job and like I work all day and I want to lay on a comfortable couch. So I just don't feel inspired or rested when I come home. And, you know, I've been wanting to go get a couch. And this is me guilting Martin to go get a couch with me.
Oh, I've not been listening.
Martin, if
God
you
damn it.
don't go with Marin to buy a couch, then you guys don't get the couch, and then Marin can't write porn.
I can't write porn.
Oh no.
God damn it, Martin. Phoenix
Oh
Wright.
no!
Phoenix Wright needs to arrive
Has he not
Multiple
arrived?
times.
multiple times.
Let me see. Replace when subscription is a gift. Yeah, that's there. This doesn't make sense.
Man, what a bunch of
Well,
suck-ups.
I'll try changing that to that. Maybe that'll make a difference.
Can we have more kisses? since the
Sorry.
hype train ended.
Sorry.
What?
That Margate, thank you for the 5 bits. Imagine having to be the panties guy for the rest of your life. What a stigma. Vampiro, thank you for gifting a sub to Right Grumpy and for testing it. I'm sorry it didn't work. I think I might have solved it. I don't know, but don't worry about testing it. Hopefully we'll have it sorted. Deuce, thank you for the 45 bits. I keep wondering what would happen if all those butts farted. Would the fart apocalypse happen? I'm going to say
You'll have to find out.
that's up to you to figure out. Garrett Arcane, thank you for the
Right
100
about it.
bits. So you're telling us that you can only do proper porn writing by the seat of your pants?
Well, I need to be comfortable. I'm not
That's true.
ready to be porny if I'm not
You
comfortable.
wanted kisses? I'll put more kisses.
More
You
kisses,
need a,
please.
you just need a laptop and to snuggle up into bed.
Well, I do have a laptop, but I want a couch.
All right. So you said this line.
There they are.
Yes.
Beautiful.
But his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken.
My slappy hand. Then why don't you show us, Hair Forehead?
He's one of those wacky, wobbly, inflating tube men.
That's exactly what I was thinking about.
But one I'm sexually attracted to.
You're not attracted to those?
No, well, I'm not.
Show you what?
Does that count toward an inflation kink?
Oh, God, I guess it would.
God damn.
Must I
Just have some
explain?
questions.
Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap.
Thank you for the hydrate command, Magnus.
Let's recap.
His arm looks normal in that shot, but if you look at the wide shot of the courtroom, his arm would have to travel a pretty long distance to do that.
Yeah. The wall is like a lot further away than what like the head-on shot makes it look like.
It's a well-drawn sprite, but the way that the actual proportions of the room are, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah.
that's me. If the witness panties guy was standing to the
That's
north,
his name now.
if this fucko with the panties, then where was the shooter standing?
Cue every stream from now on starting with, I don't get why everybody calls him the panties guy. Why is he the panties guy? Explain.
From what location did the killer shoot the victim?
But
Was it
wait,
inside the cart?
if the witness was standing there,
Welcome, meta username. You'll be seeing a lot of pant. Well, you might not be seeing as much panties talk.
Thankfully,
in the
we are throwing panty guys outside.
future. Thankfully.
how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple?
I merely laid out the facts for us. It is up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us.
Yami Yugi.
There he is, he's pointing at it. If you can, that is.
Is this the forehead?
Right there.
This one? Waki Kitagi was standing at the killer mark. Wesley
little boy who
Stickler
does
at
not
the
know
panties
It's
mark.
bad news for us that he was standing on a circle marked killer.
Oh, damn. And of course, Palmaractus was at the victim mark.
Let's hear what the defense has to say. Where was the killer standing when they shot the victim?
The
Inside the cart.
killer?
Someplace else.
I'm going to say it's someplace
I
else.
think it would be the killer. I think would be standing at the.
Witness?
Wait,
I'll be right back. I have
If
to
you're
be
shooting
real-
him in the right temple.
I also have to pee real quick, so I'll
Oh.
also be right back.
Okay. What a
Sorry.
very tense moment, but yes, by all means.
Well, it's like I was gonna wait, and then Marin went. I was like, I might as well go.
Okay, sure.
Be right back.
All right, guys, we're taking a minute. It's a logic puzzle. I don't know if it's a logic puzzle. It's a puzzle. Where do you think they were standing? Let me see where I was standing. Obviously, this is a Karibo-shaped blob over here that I could fill, right? There we go. This was me. I was over here. Max Karibo time if you insist. You are like ants to me. Yes. Your silence pleases me. No longer will there be strange tangents about perverted things that potentially get me kicked off Twitch. From now it is just me. There's nothing sexual you can say about me. Anyway. Didn't even attempt to stop the murder, it's true. Yeah, I was watching the whole time. Need to go wider. I don't know if I can widen myself. I see you out there. I see you in there. Eat Marin and Soupy's icons, okay. That's good soup. Welcome, Kato33 Hi. You just came in and you're loving it. We're actually going to be wrapping up shortly here because we're coming to a point. We've been going for almost, 3.5 hours, bloody hell. So we should be wrapping up soon. I apologize to those of you who just entered. Garrett Arcane, thank you for the 100 bits. The next Pacific Rim movie, it's just a massive Karibo throwing down children's playing cards. Hey, if it'll get them to make another Pacific Rim movie, hopefully a good one, this time, I'd be all for it. I would be down. Put me in that movie. I would, what do they call it? What was that thing? Rift compatible. I think I would be Rift compatible with a butt. Just put me there. Welcome back. Hi.
I heard something about you being compatible with a butt.
Yes. I mean, do you not agree?
I mean, yeah, but...
Shiny Pichu, thank you for the raid. Welcome. We're not going to be live super long, but thank you so much for popping by. You were playing Apollo Justice yourself. Oh, hey.
Wow.
You were
What a coincidence.
you were also playing Hair Forehead Ace Attorney. All right, we're just taking a break while Marin is AFK. But thank you so much for the raid, Pichu. I hope you had a good stream. I hope you brought the killers to justice. Apollo Justice. Look at them butts, Donut Anon. I am Rift compatible with that butt. Did you see Pacific Rim, Soupy?
I saw a little bit of it. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Not a fan.
Not a huge fan.
I get you. It's not for everybody. I did not watch the animated Pacific Rim show. No, I did not.
I didn't even know there was one.
You're in the middle of the last case, Shiny Pichu. Okay, no spoilers, please.
Oh.
I know that you wouldn't, but
I'm
just
back.
in case. Welcome back, Marin. So,
Welcome back.
are we saying
Mozzarella
killer?
threw up, so I had to clean it up.
Oh, mama.
Oh,
Are we saying killer, witness, or someplace else?
I think it's someplace else.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it might be inside. Because I think she's telling the truth. I think that Walkie was standing where the... Actually, yeah. I think Walkie was standing where the killer is. That Wesley was standing where the witness is. And that Alita was hiding inside the cart.
Hoo-ha.
And that's how he got shot in the right temple.
Ooh-ha.
Because he's looking at Wesley
But there's only...
and then Alita
Right, no,
shoots
he was
him.
holding a knife, wasn't he? He didn't have a gun.
Yeah.
Right.
Poseidon Crimson, thank you for catching your starches for a hoo-ha.
As the facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location. Back and to the left, back and to the left.
What are you talking about? I don't see any other place. Apparently, Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from?
Yeah.
It's time to raise the roof. And the stakes.
Eh?
Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? But what if they were a bit more terrifying?
Yes, yes, yes. That's what he'd do to that pussy.
Jesus.
Like so.
Oh, he made it more in Mountain Dew.
He doubled. Doubled.
Double penalty, huh?
Her forehead wishes to take us in a new direction.
One
Better be
direction.
fucking right. Then he must be ready for the challenges ahead.
Challenge accepted. It's justice time.
I love that part of Apollo Justice where he says it's justice time, and then he justiced all over those guys.
Yeah.
Whoa, Matthew, thank you so much for the raid. Holy cow. And L-Train, thank you for the 5 bits. Motherfucker turned the Mountain Dew into a Baja Blast. Let me give a shout out to Matthew. What were you doing, Sir Matthew of Botch? You were just chatting. I assume you were reading from some wrestler's depressing book. That seems to be a common thing you do on your streams, which is very
I was
entertaining.
Martin, I'm
What?
really upset because you had me watch that documentary about Jake the Snake, right?
Oh, well, I mean, I had you watch the Beyond
No,
the Mat.
It was when we were. It
Beyond the
wasn't
Mat.
It wasn't Beyond the Mat.
Oh.
It wasn't the show. It was like something way back when we were at
Oh,
Peyton.
yeah,
We put
yeah.
Something
It's
on.
Beyond the Mat. You're thinking the show is Beyond the Mat, but the show is Dark Side of the Ring. Beyond the
Oh,
Mat is
Dark
the
Side of the Ring.
documentary that features Jake the Snake.
Wrong prepositions all the time. So, anyway, I was reading these sides that I got for an audition.
Oh, yeah?
And it was a female character, but I legit was like, this is just Jake the Snake.
Wow. Matthew
So,
Botch is right.
anyway.
It's all miserable. You may as well call it Beyond the Dark Side of the Miserable Ring. Vampira,
Are
thank you
you
for the...
sure, Apollo?
Sorry.
Yeah,
Vampira,
you're
thank you
good,
for the
sorry.
5 bits. Apollo Justice, those guys right in front of your eyes. All right, go Soupy.
A pleasure to
Are you
make
sure,
your
Apollo?
ass acquaintance.
Cat033, hi, thank you for subbing. A pleasure to make your ass acquaintance.
The key is the witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that and know where he stood, and the victim turned when he shouted, there's only one place the killer could have been. The killer shot the victim from here. In
Inside the car.
the cart, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita Tiala.
Cat, gotcha.
What do you mean?
Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth.
I have not played this before. I am the only person in this stream who has not played this.
We should have listened to him from the beginning.
3D time.
Wesley
Nice.
Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men.
Whoa.
There's those noses. What that nose do?
He shouted, just as he told us in his testimony.
They should have updated the graphic to show him carrying like a bunch of panties or something.
Just a whole bag of them.
A whole bag of panties.
And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. Which direction was his right temple facing at that moment? That's right, toward the noodle stand.
I do love that this is very 3DS-y. Well, not 3DS-y,
Right.
Nintendo DS-y.
Order! 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 So you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand?
Nuh-uh.
Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand. Noodle? The noodle
Noodle.
stand. Noodling. Noodling about.
He was canoodling.
Which would mean the victim...
The
These words are so delicious. Which would mean the victim, Dr. Maractus, came to the park. Okay, Mama. Wheeling his own murderer in the cart behind him.
Was she holding him hostage, maybe?
Oh.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Well, you haven't been in this courtroom for very long then.
I think you'd notice if you were pulling someone along.
There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place?
Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we?
Hi, Booby.
Someone was hiding in the stand. Someone was standing in the hide.
It really is TGB.
We have not come this far to talk about possibilities.
D&D Wolf 91 and Rafa J. Borges, thank you for the follow.
I want Clavier to say that to me in a sexual context.
Take care, Dog Jade.
Let's talk about proof, baby.
Let's talk about you and me.
God damn it. Show us evidence that proves someone was in that stand.
Can I prove that?
I guess the thing saying he got shot in the temple.
I don't think that proves that someone was in the stand, though, specifically. Let's see.
Can we rotate the noodle stand?
Good call.
I guess if that was already open, there wouldn't be any kind of...
Right.
Maybe zoom in on that front corner.
Which front corner, sorry?
So the one behind, like, can we examine the...
So there wouldn't have been a bullet hole, I
Yeah,
guess.
Sadly. I don't know if we have the evidence.
I mean, we have to have something.
We must have something.
What's the gun?
What is the gun?
Look at the gun.
Weapon left at the crime scene. Crime scene. 2 rounds were fired. Fingerprints were wiped. I don't know.
Oh. It might be
This was my first
bowl?
instinct. This was my first instinct because it is
because
from
a bunch
the
of them were left behind at the doctor's office.
Oh, the
remember?
doctor's office.
So-
Yeah, this is where we
so
found
I
it.
guess-
Oh.
So I guess did she take them out just to make room for herself? Ooh, look! I love these little personal touches.
Seems a shame to hide it on the bottom of the bowl. Huh? When I touched it, the paint flaked off.
He must have painted it on. He must have painted it on by hand with warm professional care.
After buying the cheapest paint he could find with cold professional thrift.
Damn, boy.
But I think it is the noodle bowl, honestly. That was my first instinct.
I've got it right here.
Intriguing. Let's see what you've got.
Just wave the panties around. No.
No.
Tilly, up you go.
Show us proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand.
There's always money in the banana stand.
In the bowl.
Thank you for the hydrate command, Poseidon. Tilly, up you go. Come on. Up, 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 up. There you go.
Thoughts, Prosecutor Gavin?
We have a choice between heaven or hell.
Have you been an alumnus of heaven or hell?
No, go away. Sorry, these cats keep breaking in everywhere. Either our brains are damaged or her forehead is.
They keep mistaking Clavier for Rum Tum Tugger is the issue.
I am not a do not rum tum tug anything on me, please. I wonder which it is.
Oh.
Really?
Oh.
This court finds Mr. Justice's brain faulty.
Well, hey.
Whoa.
By majority vote.
Jeez. Okay, he's getting a drink. There's his drink.
Oh, time to pick something else.
I'm feeling that like that's still gonna come up later, but I guess maybe we got ahead of ourselves.
I guess so. I'll just...
Maybe the... What about the slippers? Can we look at the slippers?
These were in the park, weren't they?
Oh, we did find a slipper print there.
We did, and it had the thing underneath it, right?
Oh.
Yeah,
the
they
Lolita's toe
got
ball.
paint on it.
This should have been
Yeah.
obvious. I completely forgot these slippers even existed.
The same.
The Maractus Clinic, and they're covered with paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene.
And
A single slipper print was found at the scene. Right next to the noodle stand.
So she jumped out and ran.
Oh, and Miss Tiala, your toe print was found in the left slipper.
got some nasty ass toes, girl.
Ugh.
Those some nasty toes. In other words, this is proof you were inside that noodle stand.
Remember we were talking about La Chancla before? The Void Adept brought up La Chancla, and now I'm...
Oh, La Chancla?
yeah. Forgot about that.
Yet, there was only one slipper mark found at the scene. Can this be called a footprint in good faith?
Observe the diagram, brother. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on a cobblestone path.
Yet you still cannot say this is a footprint, yeah?
Why not?
You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground?
That's belief.
What if you
Impression
simply
in it,
fell to
though.
the ground?
Are you threatening to push me down?
That's just dumb.
Only if you mean it, Air Forehead.
Oh,
Put your back into it, you little guy.
you little guy.
Little guy.
That would be really funny if Clavia was like so sexual and so seductive, but then really, really bad at dirty talk.
he's just like... He's good starting out, but like it just falters at the end.
You're
every
really
time.
sexy.
That's what's happening. You are so...
Sexy
You
person.
have sexy so much.
You have sexy sex.
I
things.
love to look at your penis with my eyeballs of looking and think about putting my face on it.
Your eyes are beautiful, like organs
Eyes.
you
I'm gonna
can
move
see
on.
with.
One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with the tools of the noodle making trade. There's no room for a person to hide right in there. They could
That's a dumb assumption for him
That
to
is a
make.
dumb assumption.
You have a point.
Look, he's blonde,
It's a
alright? He's doing his
stand.
best.
Could someone have hidden in that stand?
That ice cream van couldn't possibly contain a person.
Apollo, I think I might be onto something.
Huh? I knew you were on something, but you're onto something?
It's both. I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, some things would have to be...
The bowls.
Well, Mr. Justice? Do you have proof that someone could have hidden in the stand?
I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear space in that stand.
Man, there's a party going on in the chat.
Yeah, they love this music.
This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldoon's noodle stand. Noodle stand.
Yes, and what about it?
He discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday. In the lobby of the Maractus Clinic.
Oh, we're getting a high up going. Thank you for getting us high up there, Void Adept. Helping out with the rave.
A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic? What if he was just prescribing people noodles?
Mr. Eldoon was very clear about those bowls.
Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished.
Garrett Arcane, thank you for the 50 bits. I wonder exactly how often that food stand gets called the Send Nudes stand.
Oh, my noodle bowls were in there too.
All his noodle bowls. Gordon.
Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was space inside that noodle stand. space created at the Maractus Clinic, no less.
So we can.
Oh.
They accepted the idea of the panties being an extra dimensional space.
Yes.
But we can't figure out how to fit a person in a noodle stand.
It's just science.
Noodle stands. How do they
Right
work?
around the time that you were there, Miss Alita Tiala. Gordon, stop trying to get in closets.
Stop! I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies.
Energy.
They're worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines. I would like to remind the witness of her current status, and also I would like to hear some of those pickup lines.
Yeah. Papa Bar is saying with the 5 bits, just remember to get your bowls checked periodically in case there's anything up. Ah.
This court does not consider you entirely innocent. Don't forget I called you a bad fiance. Show me an innocent, and I'll show you a fairy tale.
That's valid.
In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. If the witness had a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Maractus, the witness did have an opportunity. More fairy tales. This whole trial is a fairy tale. Then please, pull us back down to reality, Miss Tiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself.
This is it. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand that night? And what was Alita Tiala doing inside it? Time to get to the bottom of this case.
All right, guys. I think we should call it there.
Yeah.
Probably.
Tiala's explanation. I know that we're not super far off the end, but we're far enough off that I don't think I can keep going.
Yeah.
Papa Boris saying with the 5 bits, Phoenix holds up Pearl. She's an innocent.
That's right, Mr. Nick.
Evil Kitty 13, thank you for the 3 bits. Ace Attorney, where every lawyer is hot.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We got through quite a bit.
Almost.
It's funny, when I started the stream, I was like, we're going to learn so much about what happened to Phoenix, and then we learned
He barely
nothing.
said anything.
Yeah.
Fucker.
Now we got to set it up.
Hoo-ha!
Thank you for the hoo-ha, Senmaru. And Garrett
Hoo-ha.
Arcane, thank you for the 50 bits. I keep thinking of the Pokemon every time I hear
Hoo-ha.
Maractus. I keep missing the spelling if there's a... No, you got it right. Is there a Pokemon called Maractus? I didn't know
No.
that.
You're
All
asking
right,
Might be one
guys.
similar.
We're going to call it there. We'll be back again next week with even more Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. We got through quite a bit. We're almost at the end of the second case, which means we're coming up to halfway through the game, right?
Yep, just about.
Yami Kisara, thank you for the 10 bits. Don't forget you need to record that line. Thank you, Yami
Oh,
Kisara.
yeah.
I do appreciate that. Thank you. And all right, so let's see who we can raid. Marin, was there anything you wanted to say to the chat before we popped off? And you've got a fair bit of time.
Go watch Kakegurui Twin on Netflix. I wrote all 6 episodes, the English dub script. You can also, if you watch the sub, that's my script as well.
And-
it's horny.
Thank you for the reminder, guys, about the Frieza line. Let's raid Arkolf. I think he's playing Stranger of Paradise. He's playing the J.O. Crystals game.
He's gonna kill Chaos.
He's gonna kill Chaos. Papa Bar
Bullshit.
saying with 5 bits. Join us next Sunday for our weekly Iceman discussion stream with guest star Apollo Justice.
Yeah.
And Soupy, was there anything you wanted to say to the chat before we head off?
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Go watch Marin's Horny Show.
Go watch Kakegurui Twin
Yeah.
on Netflix. It's a prequel, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, it's talking about when Mary Satome first gets to the academy that they are in.
Gotcha. All right, guys, we are going to call it there. We'll be back again tomorrow as a group with more Power Wash Simulator stream late at night. I'm going to try and find time to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel tomorrow if I'm able. It's raid message? Raid message. Do we have a good raid message from this
It's
stream?
419, so
Hey,
blaze
just
it.
strike up a discussion
Oh.
about Iceman wherever you're going.
Oh, just say
Iceman is gay or 420 blaze it.
420 blaze it.
Both.
Iceman is gay, 420 blaze it. There you go.
Yes.
Just say that. Just say Iceman
420
is
blaze that
gay,
dick.
420 blaze it. It's ironic because Iceman wouldn't blaze it. He's cold. Anyway, thanks for joining. We'll be back
His
again next
Iceman
Sunday
does
with
is
more
gay.
Apollo Justice, and then tomorrow we'll play Power Wash Simulator. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Ciao, ciao.
See ya. I gotta go record that Frieza line. All right. And we're